How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing in live coverage of the New York Rangers taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. This game is a big game for both of these teams, as at one point they were both in the playoff conversation. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they're both on the outside looking in, and they need some help. I mean, granted, the Blackhawks didn't have high expectations heading into this year, but if they want to have a shot at making the playoffs, I mean, now's your chance. Get yourself a chance to make basically a big win that should be a relatively straightforward win for them. Bounce back off your recent appearances, your recent games, and hopefully you guys should be in a good spot. As for the Rangers, the Eastern Conference has been a complete crapshoot. 1 week you have the Capitals on top, then you got the Capitals at the bottom and the Rangers are on top. Then the Pens will go from last to first in about 2 days because of how tight the division is. That Metro Division is the tightest division I have ever seen in hockey at the roughly third way through the season mark. I mean, it is just crazy how tight this division is. So every single game counts. Treat every game like it's a playoff game, honestly, is my advice for any Metro team right now. Because you cannot win enough games in that division. It is going to come down to the wire. It is going to be down to the last week of the season to see who makes the top three in that division. It's just the way it is. So, again, you might not think a early December game is super consequential. It could make or break your season depending on how you play the rest of the way out. Especially in a division that is as tight as that Metropolitan is. So diving into our matchup tonight, our confirmed goalie matchup is going to be Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers taking on Spencer Knight for the Chicago Blackhawks. Diving into Shesterkin's stats here, he has played in a significant number of games this year. That's what, 24? This will be his 25th game of the season. And in his 24 games thus far, he is 12-9-3 with a .246 goals against average and a .913 save percentage. He also does have one shutout to boot. Taking a look at his most recent appearances, his 5 most recent appearances, at least his 5 most recent starts, he had a win in overtime against the Stars, a win against the Bruins, and a win against the Senators. And his losses were not necessarily bad losses. He had a 4-1 loss to Tampa Bay and a 3-2 overtime loss against Colorado. Not bad. Not bad at all by any stretch. Shesterkin's been doing, I'd say, fairly decently, maintaining over a .910 save percentage and under 2.5 goals against. That is a fairly solid appearance, a fairly solid stat line. He's still plus on the season. And taking a look at Spencer Knight, his stats here. He has played in 20. This will be his 21st game. In his stretch, he is 9-6-5 with a .262 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. Also with one shutout as well. Looking at his 5 most recent starts, he has a loss in overtime to Minnesota, a loss in a shootout at Vegas, and a 6-0 loss at the Kings. His other 2 games were wins. They were a 2-1 win in LA and a 5-3 win against the Anaheim Ducks. Diving into our teams here real quick, the Rangers on a bit of a losing streak here. They had 2 wins, 2 losses in their last 4 games. Have you ever played bad cards on Discord? I have never done that. I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, so where we stand right now, just taking a look here, the Knights and Avalanche just besting the Rangers 3-2 in back-to-back games. Looking at the Blackhawks, they are coming off of 2 6-goal losses in a row. So you gotta think this has to be the bounce-back game. If you lose another game by a massive margin, I mean, forget about it. It's a brutal season at that point. I mean, granted, you aren't expected to make the playoffs, but at the same time, if you're going to lose 3 games by wide margins, 2 by 6, and, you know, before that, they were playing very competitive hockey, barring the Sabres game where they also lost by 6. But you got to play teams close. Even if you don't have high expectations, you got to play teams close. And the last 2 games, the Blackhawks have not. So this is going to be a big test for them if they can get back on the roll here. Taking a look at our points leaders for the Blackhawks. Your leading goal scorer is Connor Bedard with 5 power play goals, 96 shots, and 18 total goals. He is also your points leader at 22 points with a plus-minus of +6 and 8 power play assists. So that means that he is also your points leader at 40 total points. All right. Diving into the team stats, their goals for a game is 2.97. Their goals against is 3.07. That's 18th in the league. They do have a top 10 power play and penalty kill, with the power play at 23%, rocking 9th in the league, and the penalty kill at 83.3%, good enough for 6th. So not bad on special teams, maintaining a combined percentage of 106.3. That's not bad at all for a team. If they can maintain that rate, they'll be looking at a potential playoff spot come playoff time, you know? Come March, come April, they'll be looking at playing some extra hockey this year if they can maintain that pace. That's the big question, if they can maintain that pace. As for the New York Rangers, your leading point scorers going into tonight, your leading goal scorer is Mika Zibanejad with 94 shots on goal, 6 power play goals, and 11 total goals. Your leading assist person is going to be Adam Fox at 23 assists with a plus-minus of 4, and 7 of his assists coming on the power play. Let's go. I already have everything. I know you want to see the Lakers game, but I already have everything set up for the hockey game. I can't really just change it on a dime like that because I don't have anything set up for that. I don't even have, I think I might have the graphics for it, but I don't have a thumbnail. I don't have call sheets that are up to date and ready. I don't have anything that's set up for it. We'll provide updates on it for sure. I'll definitely provide updates on that game for you throughout the game, but probably I'm not going to be able to do play-by-play on it because I just don't have everything set up for it. Oh, man, February 10th? Maybe. We'll have to see, because that is during the break. That is during the big break, so we'll have to take a look. It's going to, again, I'm not really focused on 3 months from now. I'm focused on what's the rest of December going to look like for coverage, for game streams. So that's kind of where my mind's at right now. So it's hard for me to say about a game in February. But looking at our team stats for the Rangers, their goals for per game is 2.65. It's a Tuesday. Well, unfortunately, I can't then because I bowl on Tuesday nights. You already did Lakers. I did. So I do have the graphics for it, and I have a call sheet, but the call sheets might not be fully in date, and I don't have a thumbnail for it, and I don't want to reuse the same thumbnail because that's just lazy. I don't even know if the same thumbnail would apply. It is at 10:30. This game starts at 10, the Kraken versus the King. So we're going to be doing that game primarily. But looking at the Rangers, 2.64 goals against per game, 2.61 goals against. Power play is at 18.8%, which is 17th, and penalty kill is at 80.2%, which is 20th. Not the best by any stretch in the league. But here we go, getting ready to see what we've got in store. Again, leading in goal for the Rangers is going to be number 31, Igor Shesterkin. And your backup is going to, or your leading goalie for the Blackhawks is going to be number 30, Spencer Knight. I forgot to write quick on Jonathan's name. But here we go. Getting ready to go for puck drop here. I'm being honest, the last NBA stream was not great because literally no one was there. Yeah, it really wasn't. And the thing is, my bowling league starts at, I don't get out of bowling until 11. But the faceoff going to be won by the Blackhawks, in into the near side, back in behind Shesterkin to the far side. Working with that puck, sending around is going to be Gavrikov. And working out of the zone go the Rangers along the far side boards. We have a rarity. Both teams are wearing colors. The Rangers in the blue and the Blackhawks in the red. That almost never happens, but maintained into the top of the zone by Schneider for the Rangers in the offensive attack. And that puck gets cleared out back into the defensive end. Over to Schneider. Working his way up towards the near side. Sending it in is going to be Vincent Trocheck. And the Blackhawks taking it away over to the far side. Wing-to-wing pass on the defensive end for Grzelcyk. Over to the near side. And sending it in and just sending it clear in for an icing on the Blackhawks. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll do basketball if there's literally no other, like, no hockey, no football. We might do a couple basketball streams during the All-Star or during the Olympics break, but I'll look into it, Petsko. I'll look into the logistics, man, for sure. But here we go, getting ready to roll here. 19-14 left in the first period. One shot on goal for the Rangers. Face-off in the offensive end. Zibanejad getting ready to take it against Dickinson. And the face-off going to be won by the Rangers to the near side. Working with that puck. Trying to maintain it in the zone. They will. Going back in behind Knight's net. Over to the near side. Puck working for the Rangers. Trying to get it to someone in the offensive end. but the puck goes loose over to the far side for Dickinson to send it along the near side board. Clearing up. Here comes your chance for the Blackhawks. To the offensive end, a pass and shoot going to be broken up by Artemi Panarin. Over to the far side, maintaining possession now back in behind the net is going to be Mikheyev. Over to the far side, Mikheyev working with that puck. Wing to the top of the zone. A chance, a shot. Going to be deflected there. That shot by Alex Vlasic. Over to the near side, looking for Vlasic. Shot, not going to go. Wide right. Over to the far side, trying to maintain that puck, and the Rangers taking it away. Off the stick now of Carson Soucy. And over to the near side they go. Ozzy, I know basketball, but I just can't sit and watch it unless it's March Madness or NBA Finals. Yeah, like we'll probably do some March Madness if we can, and we might do some NBA Finals if it's like synchronized with the NHL Stanley Cup Finals to go alternating. But yeah, here we go. How's it going, the Guns? How you doing, man? So here we go into the offensive end for the Rangers along the near side boards, and we got an offside. But yeah, I mean, if the NBA Finals and doing a double hockey, yes sir, yes sir. After Rangers and Blackhawks, we got the Los Angeles Kings at the Seattle Kraken, covering the Kraken for the first time this year. I've covered the Rangers and Blackhawks a lot because they're on national TV a lot. I'm getting to the point where I'm actually starting to learn these teams, like I do the Penguins. Here we go. Face-off at center ice. Going to be won by the Rangers. One off of the stick of Brodzinski. Over to the offensive end along to the near side. Knight leaves it back there for his teammate, number 44, Wyatt Kaiser. Over to the near side. Working with that puck. Clearing into the offensive end. A chase down for that puck taken by the Rangers. Over to the far side along the boards. A tie up in front of the benches. And going to be sent to the near side. The Blackhawks get possession. Sending it into the zone is going to be, that's going to be Donato. Back over to the far side, maintaining possession. Over to the top of the zone to the near side. Shot! Not going to go. Loose puck in front of the net. Over to the near side. And going to be cleared out successfully by Gavrikov. Over to the near side. Actually, that was not Gavrikov. My bad. That was actually Baylor. Let me take a look at how I pronounce his name real quick. Because that is an interesting name. CHM. I don't know how you say that one. So let me go ahead and get the pronunciation guide. Control F. C-H-M-E. Himalesh. Himalesh. Or Himelesh. Himelesh. That's an interesting way to pronounce that. Over to the near side. Working with that puck in the offensive zone. The Rangers trying to take it in around to the near side behind the net. Taken away, though, by the Blackhawks in front of the net. With a chance in the offensive end. From the top left corner. Trying to maintain it in over to the near side. Going to be maintained by Burakovsky. Over to the far side, Bedard to the top of the zone. Over into the near side. Shot. Not going to go. Wide open net. Not going to go. More wide open net taken away by the Rangers. And they're going to take it up the other way through center ice. Leaving the Blackhawks to have to regroup. Over to the near side with that puck is going to be Burakovsky. Sending it into the zone. A shot. Not going to go. Wide to the near side. Working with that puck. Passing wing to wing and going to be deflected out of the zone. Oh my word. That puck going to be cleared out to the near side. How did the Blackhawks not score in that whole... I mean, Shesterkin was clearly completely out of his net. There was a wide open shot. They just couldn't punch it in. Man. Like, honestly, basketball, I just miss the action that football or baseball has. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as big a guy on baseball, but I'll do some baseball in the summer to kind of help, like, fill in the gaps in the other three's off seasons. Puck going to be taken away in the defensive end by the Rangers. Moving up, sending it into the offensive end. And Kaiser going to send it along over to the far side, colliding with Trocheck. Back in behind the net, and going to be sent to the near side. Waiting for it is Nazar. Sending it out, and they're going to clear that zone. It's going to be an icing on the Blackhawks. Oh, man. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing some baseball. After Stanley Cup and NBA Finals, we'll definitely be doing some. Man, just taking a look at that opportunity that the Blackhawks had that they just could not capitalize on. Crazy. Now the Rangers with an offensive zone draw. 15:43 to go in the first. Faceoff going to be won by the Rangers. Sending it in over to the far side. And going to be shot from the corner. Not going to make it to the net. Maintained. Shot again. Not going to get to the net and goes out of play. The shots there by Carson Soucy and Will Borgen on the play. But none of them going to even... One of them maybe got to the net. They gave him credit for a shot on goal on one of them. Man. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 450 subscribers. Can we do it by the end of the weekend? We got a lot of streams coming up, but we got to capitalize on each one to do it. Let's see if we can go for it. So here we go. 15.5 to play here in the first. 4 shots on goal for the Blackhawks, 2 for the Rangers. No score yet in this one. And here we go. Face off at the far circle in the Rangers offensive zone. Face off going to be won by New York. Over to the near side. Trying to work with that puck. Sending it in as Borgen. Back in behind the net to the far side for Panarin. Sending it around and shot by Panarin. Going to be deflected away easily by Spencer Knight. That was routine. Taken away by the Blackhawks. Raising up ice. Here comes your chance, Bedard. So it's actually not Bedard, my bad. That's actually Mikheyev. Into the zone, over to the near side. Loose puck taken by the Blackhawks and going to be cleared out by the Rangers. And that is going to be a waved off icing call. Collision by the net involving Spencer Knight. Over to the far side. I believe it collided with Lafreniere. Over to the far side now in the Rangers defensive end. Behind the net they go to the near side. Trying to take it away. The Blackhawks will. Over to the far side. No, going to go away. Loose puck taken by the Blackhawks. Along the far side boards. Top shot from the top of the zone. Not going to go. Taken by the Rangers. Up through center ice. Then here they go. A race for the puck into the near corner. Going to be sent back by Kaiser. And going to be maintained by the Rangers. Over to the near side. Trying to battle, but there's a lot more Blackhawks than Rangers. There's a lot more red than blue. Puck gets cleared back into the Rangers defensive end. And cleared out by the Rangers to Spencer Knight. Going to be taken back in behind. Kaiser behind the net. Takes the shot. And going to be sending it out to the near side. We're going to clear the zone for the Blackhawks, but the Rangers take it away. Trying to find a bit of a lane here, sending it around the far side. Over to Schneider, back again. Into the offensive zone they go, if they can get control along the near side boards. Rangers do. Looking for somewhere to go. Losing possession is going to be Will Cooley. And going to recover it back in the neutral zone. Clearing out into the offensive end, and it's going to be an icing on the Rangers. All right, 13:55 to go here in the first. But looking at that collision, Spencer Knight taking a shot and surviving it. Lafreniere actually took the brunt of that. Lafreniere ends up in the backside of Spencer Knight, and he's the one that goes to the ground. Wow. Face-off going to be won by the Rangers in the defensive end. Going to clear out that zone into the neutral zone, taking it away towards the offensive end. Gets cleared in. Spencer Knight going to leave that puck behind the net for his teammate, taken out by Kaiser. Over to the far side, working with that puck is going to be Burakovsky. To the near side, passing, shoot, and he shot, not going to go! How did that shot not go in for the Blackhawks? Over to the far side, shot, not going to go in. And there we go, looking for Bedard, somewhere to go. And going to go to this far side, shot in towards the near side, wide of the net, not going to go. Back in behind, that's going to be Grzelcyk, and going to be taken out by the Rangers. That incredible opportunity had by Bedard, but just could not connect. The Rangers now in the offensive end. JT Miller looking for some help. Not going to get much. Over to the near side. Find someone. Tends it towards the net. Shot going to be not in the net and deflects over to the near side. Sending it along the boards. Lafreniere. That's not Lafreniere, my bad. That's actually Trocheck. Over to the top of the zone. Far side. Looking to go in towards around the net. Going to go back in behind. Over to the near side. Working with that puck. And sending it towards the net, but not going to go. Sends around to the far side again off the rebound. And going to be taken away by the Blackhawks in the defensive end. Bedard's the best player on the ice. I would say out of these players, he is among the top. Definitely has the brightest future, though. Definitely has the brightest future. Into the offensive end they go. The only reason I'm hesitant to say the best player on the ice is because there is a lot of talent out there. You know, the Rangers do have some pretty talented players, but they're getting towards the mid to end of their careers, whereas Bedard is still at the beginning. Over to the near side, taken away by the Blackhawks, sending it into the offensive end. Racing in is going to be Jason Dickinson. Over to the far side, going to be taken out by the Rangers. Over to the near side, looking for some help, going to Schneider. Towards the offensive end, clears it in. Spencer Knight going to send it over to the near side for Vlasic. And now a bit of a tie-up along the near side corner. Trying to take it away. The Rangers might. And they will, but it's going to be back in the neutral zone where they get possession. And here we go. Looking for some help, but how you doing, Soldier Fields? Wing-to-wing pass in the neutral zone, trying to find an attacking lane, and it ends up being taken away in the defensive end by the Blackhawks, and they're going to completely ice that puck, clearing it out too far. All right, there to get that puck and secure the icing is Carson Soucy. And looking at that beautiful opportunity by Bedard, and a great save by the blocker pad, a great kick save by Shesterkin. Able to go from his far right of the crease to the far left to be able to stop that puck. Otherwise, Bedard would have had the world's easiest goal. So here we go. Face off here in the offensive end for the Rangers. Going to be won by New York and going to be maintained in the zone to the near side. Trying to find somewhere to go back in behind the net. Vlasic battling for that puck for the Blackhawks. Going to go back in behind the net to the near side. Looking for some help with that puck is going to be number 60, Scott Morrow. Over to the far side, the puck goes loose, and the Blackhawks are trying to take it away, and they will. They'll at least clear the zone for the Rangers, force them to have to regroup. Back over along the far side boards they go. Over to the near side, waiting for it is Kaiser. And he's going to send it along the near side boards. Trying to send it into the zone, they will. Looking for some help as he crosses to the near side. Going back in behind, going low is going to be Nazar. Looking for some help. Nazar still carrying it. Sends it towards the net. Not going to go to the near side. Kaiser trying to take possession of that puck. Going to go back in behind over to the far side. Let's see. Who would you bet on? Well, I would say unfortunately, I think the Rangers they're just better on the road. So I think the Rangers have a chance. But a breakaway opportunity going to be stopped by Shesterkin over on the far side boards over to the near side. But yeah, I mean, I would, if I were to place money on it, I would say the Rangers, but I want the Blackhawks to win. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like a 3-2, 4-3 kind of game, I would bet. But it's just the Rangers have been so much better as they ice the puck. Or actually goes out of play, not ice, but out of play. But yeah, I mean, if I were placing my own money on it, I would probably bet more on the Rangers. But I want the Blackhawks to win. Now, being a Penguins fan, being a Pittsburgh guy, I want to see them Rangers lose. Because that Metro Division is way too tight to feel any sort of comfort. And especially because the Penguins have not been able to convert in overtime, especially in shootouts. They're over in shootouts this year. It's like the Penguins go to a shootout. Well, that game's lost. We just got 1 point. At least we got one, but we can't win a shootout. And I don't know why. It just can't punch it in. The Penguins just can't punch it in. So we need everybody else in the division to just keep losing games. So I am an honorary Blackhawks fan for tonight. All right, let's go ahead and take a look real quick at the slate of games set up for tonight for us across the NHL, because we do have a fairly solid slate. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we got the Red Wings at the Flames, followed by 9 p.m. Eastern, we got the Panthers at the Mammoth. That is going to be a very good game, especially because the Panthers have been struggling. So yeah, there's no Logan Cooley, but the Panthers have been struggling this year. And then, of course, we have at 10 p.m. Eastern, our Kings-Kraken game, which we will also be live for. Right after this, we're going to be doing a doubleheader of hockey with the Kings and the Kraken. You already have the stream up on the channel. We just got to go live on that whenever it is time. Then taking a look real quick, because I know we do have some NBA fans in here. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Looking at our NBA scores, we got 3 games tonight. Currently, the Thunder up on the Suns, 22-12, with 5:48 to go in the first quarter. Spurs and Lakers at 10 p.m. And actually, that is it. We got Trailblazers Pelicans tomorrow at 8 p.m. Not a lot of games going on today. But here we go. Face off in the neutral zone, won by the Rangers. Over to the near side to Schneider. Going to dump it into the offensive end over to the far side. Looking for some help. The Blackhawks going to take it back in behind the net off of Bedard's stick as he slides down over to the far side. Leaving it there for his teammate. I believe that was Levshunov. But the Rangers get the puck back in behind. JT Miller sends it behind the net. Over to the near side he goes. Trying to get it towards the offensive end, and that puck's going to be dumped on in, but we got actually going to be icing, I think is what they called that. I don't know that it was icing. I thought there was sticks on it before it even got to the red line, but okay, icing it is, I guess. Currently with 9:28 to go in the first, that is where we sit. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, I just got to ask this because of the YouTube algorithm. If you guys are enjoying, smashing like, subscribing, all that fun jazz, we're trying to hit 450 by the end of the weekend. Can we do it? We got to get to 445 before we hit 450. So, yeah. Why not? Why not? It's free. Faceoff going to be won by the Rangers to the near side. Trocheck going to send it into the neutral zone and go for a line change. The Blackhawks taking that puck in the defensive end through the neutral zone, dumping it in. Over to the far side, into the offensive end. I believe that's Bedard, but it's going to be offside. 5 shots on goal for the Blackhawks, 3 for the Rangers. Still no score at 9:28 left in the first. Okay. Go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Go over to content, or actually, yep. And over to live, just because I like to take a look at things, how we are doing. Taking this face-off, going to be won by the Rangers. Over to the far side along the boards, right in front of the bench is a bit of a tie-up for that puck. Going to be sent into the Rangers' defensive end, and Borgen going to be right back in behind the net. Over to the far side, trying to clear the zone. But a bit of a tie-up along the far side boards, taken by the Blackhawks. Over to the far side in front of the net with a chance. Can't get it. There might be a penalty for a high sticking on the Rangers coming up. I don't know yet. No arm up. Shot not going to go. Over to the far side behind the net. The Rangers over to the near side with that puck. Looking for some help is going to be number 13. That's going to be Lafreniere. Over to the near side. Sending it up along the boards of the offensive end. A breakaway for the Zibanejad. Shot not going to go. Going to be denied by Spencer Knight. And a wing-to-wing pass going the other way. The Blackhawks with a chance. Going to go for a little pump and dump opportunity there by number 8, Ryan Donato. And over to the far side, the Rangers working into the offensive zone they go. And we got, I believe, an offside call coming up. Wow, Mika Zibanejad had an incredible opportunity, but an even better save there by number 30, Spencer Knight. With 8.5 to go in the first period, they are going to be going to yet another commercial. Oh, man, but how we doing, everybody? How we hanging tonight? Let's take a look over here. Let me see here. Okay. There we go. Let me see. Taking a look over here at how we are doing. All right. So yeah, diving into how things are going so far for this game. Let's go ahead and take a look at a preliminary look at our stats. Just so we can get an idea as to how we are faring right now. Go ahead and pull up our stats. So currently we got 6 shots on goal for the Blackhawks, 4 for the Rangers. And in the faceoff circle, though, the Rangers have been dominant. They've also been playing a more physical game. Rangers winning 8 of 11 faceoffs and dishing out 8 hits to the Blackhawks 2 and blocking 5 shots to the Blackhawks 4. Giveaways have been fairly even, but the Blackhawks have managed to generate 2 takeaways, which is pretty big. Pretty big. No penalties so far either. Been a relatively clean game by both sides, so we'll see if that continues to be the case as we keep on moving through this game. But here we go, as they are getting ready to interview Mike Sullivan, the former Penguins head coach that needed to go. 494 career wins, which is the most among American-born head coaches. So, fun little fact there for Mikey S. And here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Blackhawks. Trying to take it up along the near side. A big collision along the boards there, dished out by number 24, Lafferty. Over to the far side in the offensive zone. A bit of a tie-up for that puck. The Blackhawks trying to take it away and generate an opportunity. Going to be cleared out of the zone, and the Blackhawks able to regroup. Quickly regrouping into the offensive zone they go. A shot. Not going to go there by Donato. Over to the near side in front of the net with a chance for the Blackhawks. Not going to get a shot off. Over to the far side. Puck gets cleared into the neutral zone. And the Rangers are going to get the puck as the Blackhawks would have been offside. Over to the far side, back to the near, trying to send it into the offensive end. Puck going to be taken there by Kaiser. Back in behind the net he goes. Trying to get some help here as they're going to be going for a line change. Out there on defense for the Rangers, going to be Sam Carrick. Well, actually, offensive defense. But over to the near side, the Blackhawks go with speed. Towards the offensive end they go. Taking it in with an opportunity, but they can't generate a clean shot. Over to the far side, going to be tied up for the puck. In front of the net. Loose chance, not going to go. Having an opportunity with Tyler Bertuzzi, but could not get the trigger pulled. Over to the near side they go, sending that puck around. The Blackhawks maintaining the zone off the stick of Nazar. Over to the far side, a chance in front of the net, not going to go. To the near side, back to the far. The Rangers, going to take it out of the zone, and into the offensive end they go. Back in behind the net, trying to take it away, and Crevier is for the Blackhawks. And here they go towards the offensive end. If Bertuzzi can get possession, which he doesn't, Borgen taking it and sending it along the far side boards, back to Borgen. Borgen looking for some help as it looks like the Rangers getting some changes going off. Same with the Blackhawks. Now Vincent Trocheck carrying that puck towards the offensive end. Going back in behind the net of Knight over to the near side. The Rangers maintaining possession for now, but now we got a bit of a tie up in front of the net. Trying to get a shot, Trocheck over to the top of the zone. A shot from the corner, not going to go. Over to the far side, Trocheck sending it around, but a bit of a tie-up is ensuing. JT Miller getting in there, trying to take that puck out, and going to be sent out and taken by the Blackhawks. Here comes your rush for Chicago, but they lose possession of the puck, gonna have to regroup and just send it in the zone. Over to the far side, working with that puck, back over to the near to Borgen for the Rangers. Gonna send it into the neutral zone and towards the offensive end if they can maintain it. Bit of a battle for that puck. Going to be tried to taken away by Ryan Green, but sent in by the Rangers with a chance, but can't get a shot off. It was a 1-on-4 opportunity and not much having there. The Blackhawks in the defensive end over to the near side, up through center ice. Here comes Bedard, trying to find some help. Not going to get much. Sends it over to the far side. Pass intercepted. Set in by the Rangers. Now to the offensive end, a 2-on-2. Wing-to-wing pass going to be intercepted by Bedard. Over to the offensive end they go. A shot! Not gonna go. Nice save there by Shesterkin. The opportunity off of Mikheyev's stick. But Mikheyev now maintaining possession in front of the net. Looking for some help. Passing it over to the far side. Gonna get a shot off from the corner. Goes back in behind the net. And that puck gonna get cleared by the Rangers. But that is going to be a Rangers. Nope, they waved off icing. Working with that puck is Connor Murphy. Back in behind his net. Wing-to-wing pass. And going to send it up in along the near side boards to the offensive end. Off the stick of Teravainen. Over to the far side. The Rangers taking it away. Back in behind the net they go to the near side. Sending it up along the boards. In towards the offensive end. And it's going to be iced by the Rangers. With 4:50 to go in the first. 8 shots on goal for the Blackhawks. 4 for the Rangers. Still no score in this one. Ugh. All right. Let's take a look here. Take a look at how we are doing here. I like to just see how we roll. See how we roll. There we go. Over to the far side. The faceoff going to be won by the Rangers. Kept in by the Blackhawks with a chance. Over to the near side. Intercepted by Schneider. Over to the near side of the offensive end they go with a chance. A shot from the corner. Not going to go. Over to the near side. The Rangers maintaining possession of the puck towards the offensive end with Laba. Over to the near side. A tie-up for that puck is ensuing right near the corner. And going to be taken away by the Rangers off the stick of number 50 there. Going to be Will Cooley. But ultimately taken away by the Blackhawks. Racing into the offensive end with a chance. Bertuzzi sends it around over to the far side. Going to be maintained in by Donato with possession looking for some help. Finds around the near side. Not going to go. Donato up to the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to go. That shot there by Vlasic. Over to the far side. Back behind the net. Bertuzzi getting tied up there alongside Gavrikov. And goes back in behind the net over to the far corner. Looking for somewhere to go. Maybe a tripping case, but not going to get the call. The Rangers going to send it out of the zone. And here comes a foot race into the zone. And it's going to be ruled for an icing on Chicago. Or not on Chicago. Yes, on Chicago. No, on Chicago. I'm all over the place. But no, it's going to be icing on the Rangers going back into the Blackhawks offensive end. So here we go. Defensive zone draw for the Rangers. Going to be taken, I believe, by... For 42, that's going to be taken by Laba against Bedard. In the offensive end for Bedard and his Hawks. 3:48 to go in the period. 9 shots on goal to 4, favoring the Blackhawks. Face off won by Laba. Over to the far side, maintained in by the Blackhawks, and going to be sent out into the neutral zone. The Blackhawks regroup, dumping it into the offensive end over to the far side. Battling with that puck, and the Rangers successfully going to clear the zone. Chicago has to get back on side. Loose puck over to the far side in front of the Rangers bench. Let's see, we got Dan Steely saying hockey's a hard to call. Good for you. Well, thank you, man. I started by covering football, and that gave me the ability to kind of go quick. So I figured I'd try my hand at hockey. Back in behind the net, over to the near side. Trocheck sending it into the top of the zone. A shot by Borgen, not going to make it to the net. Goes off a body, over to the far side. Battling for that puck with the Blackhawks over into the corner. Going to be maintained by JT Miller. Over to the near side. Trocheck with the puck. Back in behind, sends it to the top of the zone. Borgen sends it in for the near side. Going to go off the blocker pad of Knight. And over to the near side, back to the top of the zone. Borgen with a shot. Not going to go, not even making it to the net. It collides to a couple bodies in front of the net. Over to the far side, going to be sent around by Grizzlick. And going to be maintained by the Rangers. Taken away by Miller to the top of the zone, and he clears the zone. 2.5 to go. Taking that puck is going to be Susie. Over to the near side, to the offensive end. Borgen going to send it behind Knight over to the far side. Working with that puck. The Blackhawks trying to take it away. Still, I believe Trocheck is with there with the puck. Sends it to the top of the zone. And apparently a stick broke. So the Blackhawks get a chance going the other way. Here comes your chance. A shot. Not going to go. Going to be off the stick and out of play. That shot by Dickinson. Off the stick of Shesterkin and out of play. So 2:12 to go in the first. Still no score in this one. We got ourselves a great game here on the ice between the Chicago Blackhawks and New York Rangers. Let's see, we got Frank saying, nice job calling the game, loving the energy. Hello from Long Island, New York. Well, thank you, Frank. Thank you. I try to provide as much energy and excitement as I can into these games. I've been calling games off and on for about 4 to 5 years now, so mostly football. It's only really this year that I've really started embracing hockey, but I really enjoy it. Let's see. Wait, Petsko, what are you saying? How are you losing to a strawberry? What do you mean by that? I'm like genuinely a little confused by that one and maybe slightly concerned. Oh man, so let's see. Let's take a look real quick at some of our stats thus far. 9 shots on goal for the Blackhawks, 5 for the Rangers. I have no clue what Petsko. I don't even know, man. But the Rangers being absolutely dominant in the faceoff circle, 10 for 14. The Blackhawks only winning 4 draws. And Soldier Field saying you're great at calling the game. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Sometimes it's hit or miss for me whenever I'm like, if I'm like really tired. Like, I'm going to be honest, the call on the Kraken Kings game is probably going to taper off by about the second period, maybe the third. I still try to keep up as much as I can, but the brain starts like shutting down the more tired I am. But I'm fresh right now, so I'm good. But if you guys are enjoying the stream or liking the call or whatever, dropping a like and subscribing are greatly appreciated. We're trying to hit 450 subscribers by the end of the weekend. So, you know, it'd be pretty cool if we could hit that. It would be a pretty swell thing. Who knows? Maybe we hit 500 by the end of the year. I didn't think it was possible, but I was thinking 425 would be the reasonable goal by the end of the year. We got Dan Dillon, number 443. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dan. We're only 1 sub away from 445. But here we go. Getting ready to go back to the action here in Chicago. Face-off going to be won by the Rangers. Over to the far side, sending it along the boards. Going to be maintained up through the neutral zone. Wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end. Zibanejad shot. Not going to go. Deflected out to the left. Over to the near side. Here comes a chance. Sending it in by Schneider. Not going to get to the net. Over to the far side. Going to be cleared out of the zone, and the Rangers have to regroup. Going to send it in as Schneider back in behind Knight. And over to the near side, the Blackhawks take possession in the defensive end. Let's see, the flag in the background might be a hint. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hint, you know. But here we go, the Rangers to the near side, trying to send that puck out, and going to be cleared right back in. Let's see. Back in behind the net. Petsko, I don't even know what you're going on about, man. 50-page essay? I have no clue. Now, here we go. Borg into the near side boards, trying to send that puck into the zone. They do to the offensive end, giving a little bit of a chase in the near corner. Puck goes loose and taken by Chicago. Wing-to-wing pass over to the far side. Along the boards, clearing it into the offensive end, and it's going to be an icing on the Blackhawks with 1:07 to go in the first period. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, you're talking about my response I left to your comment, man, about covering the Devils. The thing is, I don't really have much of a choice in what hockey games I cover. I don't have ESPN Plus. I am a recent college graduate. I don't have the disposable income for that, so I'm stuck to the national TV broadcast and Penguins games. But over to the near side, the Blackhawks win the draw in the defensive end. Trying to battle for it along the near side boards now, getting into it with a couple of Rangers. Trocheck involved. Going to be sent out, though, by the Blackhawks, and Borgen with the puck. 52 seconds to go in the first. Over to the near side, JT Miller looking for some help, taken away by the Blackhawks. He does find help, but it's in the form of a red sweater. Over to the near side, sending it into the offensive end. Then a foot race for that puck, going to go into the near corner as it's 24-on-24 action. Over to the near side, the Rangers through the neutral zone. Trocheck sends it over to Miller, looking for some help. 30 seconds left in the period. Miller trying to get some help, and it's not there. He just has to send it to the far corner. And let's see. Battling for that puck. Going to be taken out by the Blackhawks. 19 to go in the period. They still have a chance to get a bit of a rush. Looking for some help in the zone is Nazar. Going to get a shot off, not going to go. 12 seconds remain in the period. Over to the far side, battling for that puck. Over towards the top of the zone. Going to be maintained in the zone by the Blackhawks, but 3 seconds left, and the Rangers are going to just clear it out of the zone. And that is how the first period is going to come to an end, with 10 shots on goal for the Blackhawks, 6 for the Rangers, and still no score at the end of 1. Bro, I don't think that's a 90-page essay. I think that's literally just a reasonable response. That's like a reasonable response, bro. You said you want me to cover less Devils games, and I told you my hands are tied. I'm stuck to the national broadcast, you know? Thankfully, you know, we got a doubleheader nationally tonight. We got Rangers, Blackhawks, and we got Kraken and Kings. But for the weekend games, I'm stuck to the national broadcast, bro. Put some Sprite Cranberry in that. I don't care if I get a little Coke Zero with my Sprite Cranberry. The best wintertime soda is some Sprite Cranberry. So, I will die on that hill. This is the best holiday-themed soda. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at some of our stats. We'll take a look at our stats real quick, and then we'll go ahead and provide some game updates, especially for the NBA for Petsko. But taking a look real quick at our stats for this game. Like Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Canada Dry is not bad, but in terms of like seasonal sodas, nothing beats the OG Sprite Cranberry, man. I don't know, it's got to be like my generation, man, but like we like grew up on Sprite Cranberry with like the LeBron ads and all that stuff. We've been brainwashed by corporate America to drink more Sprite Cranberry come the holiday season. What is my phone doing? Why did my phone fall into... That was odd. My phone fell into my blanket. Oh, man, but taking a look real quick. So shots on goal, 10-6, favoring the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks winning 5 of 16 faceoffs. The Rangers getting the other 11 at a 68.8% margin. No penalties in the first period. Very clean first period of play. Very clean first 20. 13 hits dished out by the Rangers to 4 by the Blackhawks. But the Rangers also have 6 blocked shots to 5 for the Blackhawks. 3 giveaways for New York, 2 for Chicago, and Chicago also has 2 takeaways. And this is the first of 2 games between these 2 teams. The next game is going to be on March 27th in Madison Square Garden. We don't really have any score update to provide because, well, there is no score. Makes my job easy. Same thing with penalty updates. No penalties. Makes my job easy. Let's go ahead and take a look. For those of you guys who might be so inclined with sports betting or any other types of things, let's go ahead and take a look at our shots on goal real quick. So, your shots on goal for the New York Rangers. Their 6 are as follows. 1 by Artemi Panarin. 1 by number 43, Connor Sheary. 2 by number 93, Mika Zibanejad. And 2 by number 17, Will Borgen. The Blackhawks' 10 shots on goal, meanwhile, are going to be by number 8, Ryan Donato. He has 1. 1 by number 20, Ryan Green. 1 by number 28, Andrei Burakovsky. 1 by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi. 1 by number 91, Frank Nazar. 2 by number 95, Ilya Mikheyev. You got 1 by number 98, Connor Bedard. 1 by number 44, that's going to be Wyatt Kaiser. And 1 by number 46, Louis Crevier. So those are your shots on goal in your first intermission key stats. If we want to break down any other metric, just let me know over there in the chat, and I will go ahead and provide them for you. Let's see, thoughts on the refs in the NHL. Took my kid to the Rangers Knights game and couldn't believe non-calls all game. You know, it's tough. There's always interpretations when it comes to the rules, and there's always blind spots. That's the tough thing with the NHL compared to the NFL. The NFL, you know where the play is happening, so there's eyes all over the play. But with the NHL, you could be looking at the play, and all of a sudden, you know, 30 feet behind you, 40 feet behind you, somebody high sticks someone, and there might not be any eyes on that. You know? I mean, I definitely think reffing across the board in all sports can get better. Don't get me wrong. No refs are perfect. But I do think hockey refs have a uniquely difficult compared to other sports. You know, NBA has the same type of thing because action goes up and down so quickly and so frequently that there's often blind spots that can be missed. NHL refs are a disgrace. I mean, I haven't seen as much, but then again, I am not as well endowed in the rules of the NHL. I know some of the basic stuff. Triple on center ice, everyone noticed? Huh. I saw a couple of potential trips. I didn't know if they were actually trips by letter of the law or not. But there were a couple of potential trips there that I saw that I was a little surprised they didn't get a call, but again, I couldn't quite tell in the scrum if it was actually letter of the law trip or if it was, you know what I mean? I try to not say it was or wasn't if I don't know for sure. But I did take a lot of heat for the Isaiah Likely no call because that was actually the right call and I knew it was the right call. But yeah, there's a lot of potentially missed calls, a lot of things that can happen, especially in the NHL. Don't get me wrong, refs are plain blind at times too. Things will happen right in front of them and they don't see it. And those need to stop. Blatant calls right in front of everybody, those gotta stop. But man, they're showing some of those highlights, and I still can't believe Connor Bedard didn't get a goal on that. I think it was the opening drive or opening push by Chicago. They had an opening push, and they had Igor Shesterkin almost out of the crease, and Bedard was on the opposite side. But Shesterkin had an incredible pad save there. Absolutely incredible pad save. Let's go ahead real quick, just for Petsko, just because I know he's in this chat, and he does care about NBA. The Thunder and Suns NBA game. The Thunder are up 45-32 on the Suns with 8:33 to go in the second quarter. So we'll go ahead and provide some updates on those as we go through the day. Do we have a confirmed goalie yet for the Kraken game? We have likely goalies, but we don't have a confirmed. That's going to be fun. And are you a fan of Mike Sully, or is he just a waste? The thing is, I think Sullivan has the potential to lead a team to that next, next phase. He did it with the Penguins. The problem is that things get stale when you stay in the same place for too long. You know, an NFL example that I always go back to, Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Things were just stuck on both sides. Reid wasn't evolving, and the Eagles were going nowhere. Well, then all of a sudden, Andy Reid goes and leaves Philadelphia, goes to Kansas City. Kansas City all of a sudden starts exploding on the scene, and Philadelphia is able to rebuild with a new head coach, a strong head coach, and be an elite team. And I think we're seeing the same thing, the beginnings of the same thing happening with Mike Sullivan and the Penguins. They were stale for too long. Sullivan came in, won his cups, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Okay, I don't know why OKC is banned. But yeah, I mean, I think with Mike Sullivan, things were just getting stale in Pittsburgh. I think he is still a good coach. The problem for this Rangers team is they just can't win at home. And that is the part that concerns me with the Rangers, more so than Mike Sullivan. It's the fact that they have not found a way to find success at Madison Square Garden. They'll go out, they'll go out into LA, Anaheim, Pittsburgh, and they'll just put on a show. Then they come back to Madison Square Garden and they're like, what's a hockey puck? We can just cherry pick, right? We don't need to be onside, right? Like they don't know how to play hockey when they're in the Garden, and I honestly don't know what the fix to that is. Maybe just a mentality change? Like, I don't even know what it is anymore with them. They just have not found a way to get it done at home. And it's genuinely concerning because in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, you're going to have home games. And if you can't win at home, then you basically got at least 2 out of 3 losses in a 7-game set, guaranteed. You know what I mean? So that means that you're going to be more likely going to be a first or second round exit, and you're not even going to sniff the cup. So they got to fix that if they want to find any sort of success. But I think with Mike Sullivan, I think they can do it. Oklahoma's banned? Because OKC's winning? Man, I'm trying to figure that out for 3 years. Like, I know, it's like, has that been a historical trend? Because this is my first real year of fully diving into hockey. I would watch hockey, but I wasn't, fully enthralled in it. Has that been a trend for the Rangers where they just have not been able to get it done at home in the recent past? Because for whatever reason this year, it is just notably bad. Like they're 3-8 and some, I can't remember what it is, but at home they're 3-8 and something. Meanwhile on the road, they have 12 wins. Excuse me? Let me see if I can find it here. Rangers home record, or Rangers home versus away record. There we go. That Muse. Almost like they have a cancer in the locker room. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, you know? I mean, this year the Rangers are 3-8-3 at home, right? They've ultimately lost 11 games, 3 in overtime or a shootout, and won 3. Meanwhile, away from the Garden, they're 12-4-1. I mean, if they had that pace up, they'd be in the conversation with Chicago or Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota. They'd be up in that echelon of teams if they could have that same road success at home. And they'd be running away with the Metropolitan. They'd be clearly running away with the Metro. So I don't know why this year they just can't get it done. And the thing is, I don't know if it's, if it's a locker room issue or if it's just a team mentality issue at that point. The results don't tell the whole story. They play well when they want to. I suppose. I mean, it's very odd that they just can't get it done. You know what I mean? A significant number of their points have come. I mean, don't get me wrong. As a Penguins fan, I kind of love seeing that happen. Don't get me wrong. But as a hockey fan in general, I don't like seeing that. You know what I mean? My Penguins bias says that's good because they're not going to run away with the division because they have 41 home games. And right now, through 14 games, they're not pacing to a good record. Oh, man. I'm not a Jets or Giants fan. Oh, my gosh, brother. Thing is, though, if the Giants can get the right coach, they're going to be contenders in a few years. Just give it time. The Jets, yeah, forget about them. The Jets don't know what a football is. They don't know what a quality football player is. The Giants, though, they get the right coach. They got a young, elite core. They also got to get Abdul Carter to buy in and not just, snooze off in meetings. But Jackson Dart, Cam Scattaboo, oh my gosh, Neighbors. We got Violet up in the chat. How's it going, Violet? Saying go Rangers. There we are. Go Rangers. Unfortunately, I got to disagree. I would love to see the Blackhawks get the win here. Oh, man. I know things get crazy for you, but if you get a chance, you want to hop in the stream, you're more than welcome to. I'm in the VC. Feel free to just barge on in and make your presence known. You're always welcome to do that. Scott's one hit away from a wheelchair. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but the thing is that next year, when they get healthy, when they get all back, as long as they can manage to stay healthy and the right coach can help condition that, It's quite all right, all right. But yeah, I mean, if it, if the right coach can help condition them, they're going to be in a really good spot. That's just their problem, is they got to find a way to stay healthy. So, but Petsko, what are you? I'm not sure what the issue is. I don't know what the issue is. Something you're trying to say on the post. Let me go ahead and go back over to that real quick. I want to see what you're having to say. I value everyone's opinion, man. I value everyone's opinion on this channel. Everybody gets a voice. That's why I pinned the chat over there. Everybody has a voice on the stream. Oh man, let me go ahead and take a look over here real quick at studio. Go ahead and take a look here. Community. Uncheck the unresponded. Is it held for review? It might be under held. Okay. I don't know what the blocked word is in that. I have no clue what the blocked word is in that. One more till minor goal. Yes, sir, Tromboner. One more sub till we hit that minor goal. Let me take a look at the community moderation. Current controls. Let me go ahead and remove some of these. Just go ahead and remove some of these. What's the worst that could happen? Let me just clear these out. There we go. Go ahead and approve that. Maybe it should be better. I just fixed it, I think. I hope. We shall see if it has been fixed. Oh, man. But yeah, we will see what we got in store here. But yeah, I mean, I do think, though, that the right coach in the Giants situation could make them true contenders, honestly. If you put Mike Tomlin in there, that could be a really good situation. I'm trying to say I have to live 75 miles or less to Oklahoma to listen to the Suns vs. Thunder game on radio. Oh, wow. Wow. Odd. That is very odd. I guess it's only on local radio broadcast, I guess. So, yeah, especially with that being the Cup semifinals, we're not going to be necessarily looking at that, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, let's take a look over here. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? We're talking sports, talking football, talking hockey, anything that we want to talk about while we're here at this intermission. Anything to help fill the time of the long intermissions in hockey, because I love hockey. I don't like how long the intermissions are. I know you got to resurface the ice, but man, 20 minutes of downtime is just a lot. It is a lot to fill in. That's the advantage that some of the radio broadcasters have and the commentators on TV. Oh, man. Let me go ahead here and just pull up the other Chrome thing I want to look at. But we still don't have any confirmed goalies for the Kings of the Kraken. It's likely going to be for the Kings, Anton Forsberg, but Joey Dackert is unconfirmed for the Kraken. We have no show of hands as to who they're going to start. We do got Bob in net tonight. What color do you think Caleb will paint his fingernails this week? Probably hot pink. Wait, actually, who are they playing this week again? The Browns? He could go orange. I could see him going orange to say, we're going to beat the Browns or something like that. You never know with him. But Bob going to be in the net tonight for the Panthers against the Mammoth in a pivotal game. I mean, that game is a big game to try and help salvage the Panthers right now. Because looking at the standings in the Discord, which I did update, I do try to update those daily. If you're interested in joining the Discord server, it's over in the link in the pinned comment and in the description. But looking at the standings right now, looking at the Atlantic Division, Florida needs help. They have 30 points, and right now they are significantly out of the playoff picture. Because it literally goes top 3 from the Atlantic Division, and then the wild card goes Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Rangers, Montreal, then Blue Jackets are tied with Toronto. I mean, it is heavily favoring the Metro. Man, would you like to trade 2 firsts for Caleb Williams to be in Pittsburgh? I don't know that I would trade that. I wouldn't trade that because I think the Steelers, my dad and I have disagreements. I think the Steelers should follow the Bears model. Build the team and then pick the quarterback. But we're getting ready here for the second period of action. We got 15 people up in here. How we doing tonight, everybody? If you guys are enjoying the stream, we are only 1 sub away from the next minor goal. We're trying to see if we can hit 450 by the end of the weekend, so it'd be pretty cool if we could hit that. But here we go. Second period face-off going to be won by the Rangers. Taking it is Schneider over to the near side. Going to be intercepted by the Blackhawks at center ice. And we'll see what they can do with a big high sticking there and not going to get, maybe going to get called. They better call that. Going back in behind the net over to the far side. I thought they had a high stick, but they're not going to call a high stick on that. Over to the far side, back in behind the net. Wow. Greetings from Van Titty. We're tanking, bro. Oh man, hopefully you guys can tank for the right guy and get the right fit for you guys. I saw the Canucks are looking to they're gonna be sellers at the deadline. That's gonna be an interesting thing for me to follow. But here we go. Top of the zone, the Rangers sending it back in, taken away by the Blackhawks. Taking it back in behind is Bedard, looking for some help. Gonna send it to the near side, up along the boards over to Levshunov. And going to be sent in, but taken away by the Rangers in the defensive end. Sent out there by number 24, Susie. Over to the near side, back in behind the net, over there to Schneider. And going to be cleared out of the zone, going to the near side. And a race for that puck going to be ensued, taken away by number 46, Crevier, for the Blackhawks. Trying to clear the zone, and they will for the time being. Going to be sent out along the zone, looking for some help, sending it into the offensive end. Here comes a chance for the Blackhawks. If they can establish a perimeter. They are struggling now back in behind the net to the near side, looking for some help. Trying to send it towards the top of the zone. They get to the top, and the puck clears the zone. Having to chase out and maintain possession is going to be Dickinson. Sends it wing to the far side, and going to move it up ice along the far side boards to the near side. With a chance, Vlasic working behind the net, looking for some help. Trying to find an open man, sends it back into the corner, back in behind the net to the near side. Over here to the top of the zone, shot! Not going to make it to the net. That shot there by number 5, Murphy. Over to the far side, you also got out on the ice, Mikheyev. And that puck going to be cleared out by the Rangers. Over to the far side, they go, working to the near side, sending it along the boards. And it's going to be cleared out there by Kaiser along the boards into the offensive end they go. Bit of a tie up there, back in behind the net. The Rangers take it out of their own end. Working along the boards to the far side, trying to punch it into the offensive end, but taken away by the Blackhawks with a chance in the offensive end. A wing-to-wing pass. A shot in front of the net. Not going to go, loose puck. And going to be frozen by Shesterkin. A little bit of extracurricular out there involving, who's that, number 11? That's Oliver Moore getting in there a little bit. But a nice opportunity for the Blackhawks yet again denied by Igor Shesterkin, man. He is absolutely popping off tonight. Shesterkin, the Rangers will be down potentially 2-0 if not for Shesterkin. I mean, he is doing incredible tonight. Gotta hand it to him. Gotta tip the cap to him. He's doing well. He's doing well between the pipes tonight. Working hard, earning his paycheck tonight. And we can't deny Spencer Knight. He's made some pretty solid saves too. Stopping Zibanejad on that breakaway in the first period. And we finally got a penalty. Matthew Robertson, 2 minutes for holding. And the Chicago Blackhawks are getting ready to go on the power play for 2 minutes. Take a look at that hold there. He held up number 11, Oliver Moore. Face-off going to be won by the Rangers. Back around to the far side. Trocheck going to try and burn some time and clear it out. He does. Over to the near side. And going to work with it is going to be number 55, Levshunov. We got Igor. Yes, sir, Dan. Igor Shesterkin having himself a night. Taking a look at the 9th ranked power play in the NHL versus the 19th ranked penalty kill. And they're going to clear the zone. The Blackhawks have to regroup. Back into the defensive end. 90 seconds left on the power play to Bedard. Over to the far side. Back over to Bedard. Back over to the far side again to the offensive zone they go. Passing to the near corner, and the Blackhawks cleared out themselves. You're having to regroup here. Taking that puck is Levshunov. Passing back. Into the offensive end they go for the Blackhawks, but they can't maintain possession. Flipped out of there by JT Miller, and the Rangers are going for a line change. Over to the far side, it's going to be going Bedard. Up to the near side again, working through center ice, racing to the offensive end. Here comes a chance involving Nazar as well. The puck gets cleared out. The Blackhawks have to regroup, going to dump it into the offensive end. Back in behind Shesterkin, clearing that zone himself, sending that puck end to end right there for Spencer Knight. 45 seconds remain on the penalty there to number 29, Robertson, on the hold for the Rangers. And here we go, getting ready to move into the offensive zone they go. And can they get an opportunity? They're not really getting any clean opportunities. They're not able to establish possession, establish a perimeter. Over into the far corner, back in behind the net they go. With 30 seconds left, this is looking like more of a dud than anything on a power play. Maintained in by Donato for the Blackhawks. Back to Donato along the near side boards to the top of the zone. Here comes your finally they're possessing, and a shot not going to go. And a nice glove save by Shesterkin. Grzelcyk had a chance, just denied on the opportunity, man. But yeah, the problem with the Blackhawks this power play is they just have not been able to generate any sort of sustained possession. They'll drive the puck into the zone and then immediately cough it up down low. Or they'll cough it up on the near side boards. They just have not been able to establish possession. But that was a nice shot by Grzelcyk. But yeah. Face off here on the far side circle for the Blackhawks. 13 seconds remain on the penalty. And going to be won by the Rangers. Sends it around back over to the far side. Bit of a tie for that puck. Taken away by the Blackhawks to the top of the zone. Sends it into the near side. Back over. Shot from the corner. Not going to go. Loose puck. The power play penalty expires. And the Rangers have a chance with an odd man rush. Here comes Miller. Working through the zone to the offensive end. But can't generate much of an opportunity. Taken out by the Blackhawks. And here comes a 2-on-2 into the zone, but they can't find a lane. And going back over to the far side, that puck goes. Battling for possession, taking it out now, the Rangers along through center ice by Connor Sheary. And a chance in front of the net, going to be poked away by Spencer Knight. Sheary goes down, loses the stick over to the near side, goes the puck. Sheary gets back up, Crevier going to send it into the offensive end, over to the far side boards. And the Rangers are going to take it away. Here comes your rush. 3-on-2 into the zone. Looking for some help on a pass and shoot. Going to pass around behind the net to Panarin. Over to the near side to the far. Going to tend in towards the net. Shot! Not going to go. Spencer Knight saying, not today, Rangers. Not today. Panarin in front of the net. Going to get a pass off. And we have another stoppage. Flashing penalty. Flashing penalty there, I believe, on Kaiser. 2-minute penalty. We'll get the call here. 2-minute minor, slashing. Right there, that was a slashing. Yep, there's the slash. There's the slash. Right across Panarin's body. Right at the stick. So go into the box is going to be Wyatt Kaiser into the sin bin for the Blackhawks. And here comes a Rangers power play. Rangers have been pretty solid on the power play this year. Let's see if they can get anything done. Or no, it's the Blackhawks have been solid. The Rangers haven't been. Or vice versa. We'll get it figured out here. Yeah, so the Rangers penalty kill is 17th, and the Blackhawks power play, or Blackhawks penalty kill is 6th. Rangers power play is 17th. We'll get ready to see what one of the top penalty kill units can do here on the Rangers power play. Congratulations on my goal. Thank you. Thank you. I did just see that. Huge shout out to Allians. We did hit 445. So the next minor goal is our major 450 subscriber goal. Is it a stretch to see if we can hit it tonight? I don't know. Let's see. Back in behind the net, over to a bit of a tie for the puck right behind Spencer Knight. A goalie's worst nightmare over to the near side. Taken by, that's going to be Zibanejad, passing wing to wing. Back to Zibanejad. Looking for some help along the boards to the far side. Back in behind the net to JT Miller. Looking for some help. Going to cough it over to the near side. And a tie-up for that puck is ensuing again. Maintained by the Rangers. Over to the far, or working the way to the far side behind the net. And this is going to be taken away by Vlasic. And going to send it all the way back over to Shesterkin. Going to leave it away for Zibanejad. I think the Blackhawks win tonight. I would like to see the Blackhawks win tonight. I think the Rangers win just based off of numbers. But if this game turns into a penalty fest, the Blackhawks will have a good opportunity. A chance on a pass and shoot. Not going to go. That pass there by Panarin. Now Panarin maintaining it at the top of the zone, but going to be cleared out by the Blackhawks with a chance. They're just going to go ahead and just burn a couple more seconds and dump it in. Going back in behind Shesterkin, there goes Zibanejad with the puck. Working through center ice. Passing back over to the far side, again working his way to the near side, and going to send it around there for number 13, Lafreniere. Lafreniere over to the near side, going back in behind the net, and a tie-up for that puck behind the net. Going over to the far side, big checks being delivered, taken by Lafreniere. Over to the near side, Panarin to the top of the zone. Back over to the near side, and it's going to be taken by the Blackhawks around the far side. The puck goes, maintained to the top of the zone for now, and now it clears out of the zone. If the Blackhawks get possession, they have a chance. And here they go, a shorthanded opportunity, and a shot, and it's goes! That goal there, Louis Crevier on the short-handed opportunity. What an opportunity by Chicago to generate it on the penalty kill. Man, you could tell that play was drawn up. Crevier, he saw what was going on. He kept on working towards the blue line to the offensive end, and he gets it, and bam, pumps it right on in as soon as the Blackhawks get possession. Chicago is going to take a 1-0 lead in this one. Let's see, we got Manu saying, I called it. Well, hey, the Blackhawks, again, if this game turns into a special teams battle, Chicago has the upper hand. They are vastly better than New York in the special teams unit this season. Face-off won by the Rangers. 15 seconds left on the power play. Over to the near side. Ryan saying, hey, let's go. Yes, sir, Ryan. And that puck still battling for possession, and the Blackhawks trying to generate another opportunity. Taken by the Rangers in the defensive end as that power play expires. Sending up to the near side towards the offensive end, but the Blackhawks keep it in the neutral zone. Now here comes your chance for the Rangers. Going to send it around the far side off the stick of Laba. Over to the near side it goes to the top of the zone. And going to send it in towards the net. Not going to go. Loose puck over to the far side. And taken by the Blackhawks to clear the zone. A beautiful opportunity there by Gavrikov. Just could not bury it. Yeah, it sucks. Was Laffy on the ice when they scored? I don't know if he was. He might have been. I think we recently called his name before that goal. I'll take a look at the plus-minus here in a second. At our first commercial break of the period. And the Rangers taking it to the offensive end. And it's going to go over here for Knight to send it away to the near side. Working with that puck, it's Connor Murphy to the far side. Going to send it up through Nazar. And a bit of a stumble in front of the benches. As the Rangers have a chance into the offensive end. Looking for a chance. Shot not going to go there. And that shot there by number 65. That's going to be by Brett Berard. Over to the far side, battling for possession. And the Blackhawks going to clear the zone successfully. And can they move it up is the question. They do for the time being to the offensive end. They're going to wave off the offside. That might have been offside, but they wave it off, so it don't matter. And that puck going to be cleared out back in behind Spencer Knight. Over to the near side. The Blackhawks with possession, taken away by the Rangers. And here comes JT Miller with a chance, passing wing to wing, deflected. A chance now over to the near side. Puck goes loose along the boards. Taken by the Blackhawks on the defensive end by Levshunov. That puck going to get cleared all the way out, and it looks like we got ourselves an icing on the Blackhawks with 10:54 to go here in the second. 13 shots apiece, and the Blackhawks clinging on to a 1-0 lead off of the shorthanded goal by Louis Crevier. Let me go ahead and take a look real quick at the plus-minus for you here. Let me just take a look at our game stats. Plus-minus. So for the Blackhawks, Lafreniere was on the ice. Lafreniere was on the ice for that, unfortunately. And now the Blackhawks trying to take that puck away from the Rangers in the offensive end. A chance. Shot by the Rangers. Not going to go. Deflected away. The Blackhawks trying to generate an opportunity. Going to send it into the defensive end of the Rangers. Taking it away with a chance. Bertuzzi sending it in over to the near side. Body's going to collide. Bedard sends it back. Over into the corner. Battling for that puck to the near side. Panarin with possession. Taken away in front of the net. But they can't maintain possession. A shot not going to go. A delayed shot on that. Over to the near side. A tie-up for the puck along the boards taken by the Rangers. Passing behind the net to the far side. And going to send it along through center ice to the near side. Zibanejad over to the near side boards. Wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end. Here comes your chance for the Rangers. But it's 1-on-3. Not able to maintain possession. Panarin going to send it back in front of the net. Not able to get a shot off over to the far side. Back to the near. To the top of the zone they go. Sending it around again, back in behind the net to the far side. Wing-to-wing pass by the Rangers, going to go wide along the board. To the near side, Panarin loses control, taken by the Blackhawks. Here comes a chance for Chicago, but they're going to be outnumbered by the Blue Sweaters. And Schneider going to send it around the far side as the Rangers are going to try and send it out of the zone. They will. And icing waved off, no icing. Vlasic to the near side to Crevier. Sending it in, passing over to the far side, loose puck. And Snyder not going to be able to get a stick on it first. Maintained behind the net for the Blackhawks. If they can get possession as bodies collide, a shot! He scores! That's going to be Ryan Donato on the goal. Puck goes right in front of the net. Not much that Igor Shesterkin could have done on that one, man. I mean, it was bodies everywhere. That was bodies everywhere and just a tough spot. A tough spot for Shesterkin to be in. And Donato makes the goal as he's getting tripped up in front of the net. I mean, look at that. Right there. Number 34, 95, and 8. So 8 on the goal. Ryan Donato on your assist should be Colton Dock. And I believe number 95, Ilya Mikheyev. Man, the Rangers just struggling tonight. They can't get it going. Wow. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Mikheyev that touches it. They're going to take a look at the goal, I think, just to make sure there is no hand pass, because there is a chance at it, but I don't think there was there. New York is challenging the goal. That may be a hand pass there behind the net by Colton Dock. Let's take a look at this again. Colton Dock goes down. It hits his hand. That's going to be taken off. That could be taken off because there was a small hand pass. Dock had an incredible goal effort to put it right in the 5-hole and then gets tripped up. But you can see Colton Dock gets a hand on it. And it does not touch Dock's stick after he puts a hand on it. Instead, it goes off of Mikheyev. So this goal is going to be coming off the board. That is going to be a quick review and a quick reversal. No goal. No goal. It should have been stopped at the hand pass. So that is going to be taken off the board. It's still going to be a 1-0 game. Here comes the official call. You can see my scoreboard over there updated, so it's good. It is a good hand pass, no goal. So just like that, the Blackhawks only holding on to a 1-0 lead after that. Sully with the good challenge to take that goal off for the Blackhawks and to keep his team only 1 goal away. Back in behind the net, as Colton Dock goes down, the puck touches off his hand. His stick doesn't touch it, and Mikheyev pulls it away for the shot and score. Play should have stopped, and just like that, it is a 1-0 game. Face off in the neutral zone, the Blackhawks trying to get that goal back on the board. I believe that's going to be Ryan Donato taking the draw, and it is going to be won by Donato over to the near side. Working with that puck is going to be number 5, Murphy. Sends it back, and then ultimately to the near side. Sending it in the zone is going to be Lafferty. Over to the far side, to the near side. And a bit of a battle. Maybe a little trip. Not sure if there was enough for tripping, though, on that one along the boards. And going to be maintained in by the Blackhawks, but going to be a battle for the puck on the far corner now. Another tie-up for the puck. That one going to be Borgen and number 34. That's going to be Doc getting involved in that. And the Rangers, Borgen going to send it along the near side. Another tie-up of bodies along the near side corner. Going to be taken by the Rangers. Now trying to find a place to move it. Going to pass it wing to wing. Into the offensive end they go. How's it going, John? How you doing, man? And bodies collide into the near corner in the Rangers offensive end. Taken by the Blackhawks. Up through center ice to the offensive end they go. Battling for that puck over in the corner now, back in near the area behind the net. Going to be sent around for the Rangers. Sending it along the near side. John wants the Rangers. Oh, boy. I know why. Passing wing to the near side. Looking for that puck is going to be number 24, Susie. Sending it around over to the near side. That's going to be Trocheck wing to wing over to the side. Shot! Not going to go. Loose puck to the near side, and it hits the netting out of play. I know why you want the Rangers, John. You want the Rangers because, the Blues. So, you play Chicago on Friday night? All right. I mean, I want to see the Blackhawks win this because, yeah. Penguins fan. Penguins fan. Oh man, chill Rangers fans. Yes sir, yes sir. I mean, I don't got beef with Rangers fans, man. You know, I would love to see Chicago win, but I don't got beef. If the Rangers win, oh well, the Pens just need to play better, you know? That's the case. Oh, man. But yeah, that score is 1-0. That goal was taken off by a challenge by Sully. And we do have a goal. I did see by my ticker, we do have a goal in the Red Wings game. We have 2 goals. Let's go ahead and give you guys some updates on those while we have a second. So the first goal for the Red Wings was going to be by Alex DeBrincat, assisted by Patrick Kane, and I believe Alex Cobb. I think his first name is Alex. Let me go ahead and check. I'm going to pull out all my call sheets. I don't know if I should pull them all out, but I think it was Alex Cobb. Let me pull it up here real quick and just double check myself. And, Cobb. Andrew Cobb. Andrew Cobb on the assist on that one. The other Red Wings goal was Axel Sandin Pellikka on the goal, his third of the season, the defenseman, assisted by DeBrincat and Kane. To go up 2-0 with 14:40 left in the first period. And 5 shots on goal for the Red Wings. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out so I can reference them as needed. As we are getting ready to come back from the break. Let me go ahead and pull the Panthers one out for later as well. And the Mammoth. Okay. There we go. I make a bad move picking up Yegor Sharangovich. So far, he's -2. Oh. Oh. I mean, hindsight's 2020. Hindsight can suck, but oh. So here we go. Face off here in the Rangers offensive end. 8:02 to go in the second. Down by 1. 14 shots on goal apiece. Face off won by the Rangers from the far side. Working with it around in front. Can they maintain possession? JT Miller going to lose it. And it clears out of the zone. Trying to generate a chance is Mikheyev. But the Rangers take it away along the near side boards now. Trocheck sends it. Going to be taken away by the Blackhawks off the stick of Grzelcyk. And going to be a battle over on the far side. The Blackhawks with a chance in the offensive end. Shot! Going to be denied by Shesterkin. Over to the near side. Over to the far. Again, the puck goes to the top of the zone. A chance. A shot. Not going to not even getting to the net. Gets redirected. And over to the near side, working with that puck, trying to find a bit of a lane is Levshunov. Sends it over to the top of the zone. Shot! Not going to go again. The Rangers trying to establish possession and take that puck away. And they will off the stick of number 29, Robertson. Over to the near side, working with it is going to be, that's going to be Scott Morrow. Sends it up and dumps it into the offensive end after it collides off some bodies. Over to the near side, Grzelcyk going to send it out, and the Blackhawks taking it back up the other way off the stick of Ryan Green. Into the offensive end they go. Battling for it, Schneider going to send it around behind his own net, and Zabinishad sends it even further around, waiting for Panarin. Now the Rangers going to take it up the other way. Here comes your chance if they can generate a clean opportunity. Sends it towards the net, not going to go, an easy save, and an easy freeze on the puck as Zabinishad slides down and crashes into the boards. Malkin and Kyrou both on IR, not helping. I should just drop Kyrou. How long is Jordan Kyrou going to be out? He's been out for a while, right? I mean, Malkin's relatively new to IR. They said he was day-to-day. I was a little shocked when they put him on IR, to be honest. They said he was day-to-day, and then all of a sudden, the very next day, bam, IR. Like, huh? They said he was on IR. On Monday, I think the announcement came through. Either Monday or Tuesday. But on Sunday, they said he was day-to-day. I don't know how that changes that quick. I don't even know if they've really disclosed much about the injury. I think they just said it was upper body. Let me see here. Evgeny Malkin injury update. Let me see. Now he's week to week. He was day-to-day. Now he's week to week. Yowzers. Yeah, he scored. He missed the 3-2 shootout loss. Harwood says week to week, missed 2 games so far. And so is Malkin. He's week to week. They said he was day to day. Now he's week to week. Man. Not easy to replace Gino. Yeah, it's not easy to replace Gino for the Penguins. Yeah, Jordan Kyrou's week to week with the Blues after a lower body injury. And they said Malkin, I think, was just an upper body. So, yeah, both of them have upper bodies. So, hopefully Gino gets back on the ice soon. Hockey will sometimes disclose an injury if it's like a big one, like if it's an ACL. Or if it's a freak accident, like, somebody cutting their hand on a glass at a team dinner. Looking at you, Devils. Looking at you on that one. Don't know how you manage that one. You're gonna say, yeah, I'll take the glass of knives, please, with my Chardonnay. Like, how do you do that? Where you have to get stitches. Yeah, they usually just say upper or lower, unless it's like a significant injury, like super, like an ACL. Like they have with the that guy from the Isles. I can't remember his name, but 6 to 8 months with an ACL. The Rangers winning the draw on the offensive end over to the far side. 6.5 to go in the period. Battling for that puck, Zibanejad sends it around the near side to Panarin over to the far, taken away by the Blackhawks. And it looks like the puck is going to be cleared out of the zone by Chicago. Over to the near side of the offensive end. Trying to generate an opportunity off a Nazar's stick. Over to the far side. Back over to the near. Nazar going to send it back in behind for number 59, Bertuzzi. Over to the near side, the puck goes, and going to be taken out by the Rangers. Into the offensive end. Here comes your chance for the Rangers on a breakaway shot. Denied. Denied by Knight. Maintains in the zone, but the Blackhawks going to take it right back out. Into the offensive end. Here comes Nazar. Shot. Not going to go. Over to the far side. Bertuzzi going to send it back in behind the net. Over to the near side. And going to be cleared out of the zone by the Rangers. But the Blackhawks going to take it right back off the stick of Burakovsky. Over to the far side. Battling it in front of the net. Shot. And he scores! Connor Bedard. I didn't even see that puck go in the net. That was a sniper of a shot. What a goal by Connor Bedard. That's one you'll see on the highlight reel again and again. Man. Bedard on a nice reception shot. Wow. Let me take another look at this here. We know it's a goal. Let me look for it here. A pass from low to high and snipes it right over the glove of Shesterkin. Shesterkin even had his glove out and he puts it over the glove. Wow. What a snipe by Bedard. So Chicago going to get that second goal back. And faceoff going to be won by the Rangers. Over to the far side. Trying to battle for that puck into the near corner in the Rangers offensive end. A pass, a shot. Can't get a clean shot off. Broken up by the Blackhawks. Taking it into the neutral zone now for the Blackhawks. Back into the defensive end to generate some room. Working, trying to get some help. There is going to be Levshunov. Over to the far side. Let's see. Go Kings, go. Petsko saying go Kings. Let's say, let's go. I need them to score. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love seeing people make money on this channel, man. The Rangers trying to battle for that puck in the offense or in the defensive end, but a chance for the Blackhawks in front of the net. Taken away by JT Miller. Over to the near side along the boards. Going to send it out and taken back by the Blackhawks into the zone off the stick of Levshunov. Burakovsky going to get an assist on that Connor Bedard goal as well. That was Bedard's 19th of the season. Over to the far side, back over to the near, off the stick of Murphy. And a big shot over right in the side of the net. Over to the near side, maintained by the Blackhawks for the time being. Can they keep it in the zone? They do. A chance, a shot, going to go to the near side. Goes in front of the net to the top of the zone. Going to send it in over to the net, not able to go. Over to the far side, the Blackhawks establishing another offensive drive. Over to the near side, Murphy sends it up to the top of the zone. Waiting for it there is number 11, Moore. Wing to wing over to the top of the zone. Back over to Murphy. Murphy sends it towards the net, and it's going to be gloved. A nice glove by Shesterkin. A beautiful shot there. Let's also take a look real quick, because we never got the assist on the first goal. That first goal by Louis Crevier was assisted by Grzelcyk and Dickinson. Other than that, no other score updates to provide in the NHL. Let me go ahead and give an NBA update here for Petsko. The Thunder are leading the Suns 80 to 48 with 9:34 to go in the third quarter. The Thunder are on a tirade of the NBA, and they want everybody to know it. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up over here, taking a quick look at our stats as we stand right now. Second period shots, 9 for the Rangers, 7 for the Blackhawks, leading your total shots on net to be 17-15, favoring Chicago. In the faceoff circle, the Rangers winning 18 of 26, winning almost 70%. They've been dominant all game in the faceoff circle. Both teams, though, 0 for 1 on the penalty. Both teams have served 2-minute minors. But the Rangers playing their brand of physical hockey. 23 hits to only 6 by the Blackhawks. And 8 block shots to only 7 by Chicago. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Let me give this a little reload, see how we are doing. And I'm going to go ahead and grab myself another a LaCroix as we do. All right. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and a subscribe. And let me know in the chat, how you guys feeling about this game. How you thinking? How you feeling? Who do you got winning? Who do you need for your sports bets? I love to see people make money on this channel. And I love to see people have a good time. Here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. We are back here, ready to roll. Oh, man. Beautiful opportunities there, though, for the Rangers. They just have not been able to capitalize. And the Blackhawks now continue their pummeling assault by winning the faceoff. Over to the near side, behind the net they go, working around to the near side for the Blackhawks. Sending it to the top of the zone. Murphy sends it towards the net, and it goes out of play into the netting. Let's see if you guys told you thing. I took the Blackhawks plus 1.5. Well, hey, right now you're sitting pretty. Chicago right now is Chicago's winning at minus 1.5 right now. So I'd say you can feel pretty good right about now. It would take an absolute skills competition by the Rangers to take Chicago's plus 1.5 away. So here we go. Face off and gonna get dismissed by for the Rangers is going to be Will Cooley. So here we go. Face off won by Chicago at the top of the zone. Sends it into the net or into the corner here to the near side. Taken out there by number 44 Gavrikov. By a bit of a tie up now for that puck in the far corner. Back in behind the net over to the near side off of Shesterkin's stick over to Schneider. Schneider sending it up into the neutral zone to the offensive end they go. Back in behind Spencer Knight's net. Going to be taken out there in a bit of a dangerous zone there with that puck. The Rangers trying to take it away in the offensive end. They will for the time being. Over to the near side. Loose puck. Racing for it and going to be maintained by Cooley. A chance over to the far side. A shot and a rebound. Cooley misses the deflection to the near side behind the net. And the Blackhawks have a chance to go the other way with it. Can they do anything with it off the stick of Bertuzzi? Not going to go over to the near side. And let's see. Over to the near side, moving up is going to be the Rangers. Into the offensive end they go, and it's going to be a Rangers offside. All the small things, true care, true things. I'll take one lift. What are you going on about, Petsko? I'm a little confused, man. You're confusing me, bro. How many goals will be scored tonight? The over-under is 4.5. Ooh, wow. Yeah, Trocheck got away with a cross-check. So here we go. Face off here in the neutral zone. Taking it's going to be Trocheck against Bedard. Face off going to be won by Trocheck for the Rangers. Over to the near side. Working with that puck is going to be Susie. Into the offensive end they go. Off the stick of number 43, Sheary. Along the corner there. Hopefully Dixon scores. Well, hey, we can hope for the best, man. Let's go. Over to the near side. The Blackhawks with a chance. Off the stick of number 28. Here we go. Burakovsky. Passing over. Shot from the corner. Not going to go. Loose puck in front of the net. Going to be taken by the Rangers. Over to the near side. A nice deflection recovery by the New York. Taken away by Chicago, though. They have a chance. Here comes your shot. Here, your opportunity by Levshunov. Going to bring it around. Going high. And the pass is going to get deflected. Taking it out of the zone for the Rangers now. Going to be number 43, Connor Sheary. Time for that puck. Going to be taken away there easily by Grizzlick. Let's see. I have no clue. Petsko, man, please. You good? You good, bro? We able to maybe cool it a little bit on the spam, please? And here we go. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, he's a little special at times. So here we go, passing wing to wing, moving it around on a pass, not gonna go over to the near corner, sends it up, and going to clear it out of the zone. Working with that puck now is going to be Morrow in towards the offensive end of the near side, chasing for that puck, and Panarin with possession, gonna send it around, and a bit of a tie-up is gonna ensue. And here we go, that puck gonna get cleared all the way up, but maintained by the Rangers. To the offensive zone they go. And a bit of a tie-up there in the corner, sending it around on a chance. Can't get a clean pass, but a shot there, not going to go. And a nice save and freeze by the goalie, Spencer Knight. Oh, they're playing I Don't Want to Stop. A little bit of Ozzy in the stadium. I know that. I know that. I know that. My Spotify listening age is 62, so I know some Ozzy. Oh, man. Looking at some beautiful opportunities there at both ends of the ice. Just neither team able to capitalize. Man, another... Yeah, a missed high stick in the corner. Wow. But here we go. 62? What do you mean 62, John? A little confused. By 62. Over to the near corner. Battling for that puck. Bit of a tie-up as we're going to hit the 1 minute left in the period mark. With the Rangers with an offensive chance in the offensive zone if they can maintain it. Passing in front of the net, going to go back in behind and over to the near side. Working with that puck, trying to clear it in. Going to be taken out by Chicago, but the Rangers are going to try and get possession right back into the zone off the stick of Laba. Tie-up for that puck, going to go back into the neutral zone they go. Over to the near side, wing to wing from Gavrikov. Sending it into the zone. Oh, yeah, my listening age. Yeah, that was, yeah, my listening age is 62. But here we go to the near side. We'll go through my Spotify Wrapped at one point. Into the offensive end they go. Back in behind the net, taking it is Gavrikov behind his own net to the near side. Going to take it out now and sending it through the neutral zone with 27 seconds to go in the period. No icing. Back in behind the net. Racing for possession. The Blackhawks trying to clear the zone, but the Rangers trying to capitalize here with 20 to go in the period. Murphy with possession behind his net, sends it out along the boards. Here comes an opportunity if the Blackhawks can get possession. Goes back in behind, and it's going to be icing on Chicago. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that was not a joke. That was not a joke. They saw that I listened to a lot of ABBA. And, yeah, because I listened to a decent bit of ABBA this year, apparently my listening age is 62. Despite the fact that I listened to a lot of, like, metal and hard rock. And apparently Big Time Rush was up in my top artists this year. I don't know how. They still think I'm 62. But 10.8 to go in the offensive end for the Rangers. Focusing on JT Miller here. If the Rangers win the draw, JT Miller passing, wing to wing. Here comes a chance. Shot towards the net. Gets deflected over to the near side. 5 to go. 4. Puck gets into the neutral zone. 3, 2, 1. And that is how we are going to end this second period with a score. The Chicago Blackhawks 2, the New York Rangers none. Shots on goal are 18 for the Rangers, or 18 for the Blackhawks, 17 for the Rangers. Shots on goal this period are going to be 11 for the Rangers, 8 for the Blackhawks. It is a very odd Spotify Wrapped. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. It is mayhaps the oddest Spotify Wrapped you'll ever see. There's some Christian music in there, there's some Metallica in there, and there's some Big Time Rush in there. How I managed that, I have no clue. My top song was Seek and Destroy. Yeah, it's odd. Oh, man. But going ahead and real quick and taking a look. I get some water? I think I get some water. Your Spotify age is 32. I listened to a lot of what, 90s? A lot of 90s? 80s? Like, probably 90s? Maybe 2000s? Or like Green Day or something like that? Maybe the Goo Goo Dolls? 1980s? I could see that. I could see that. The 80s had some banger hits. Some banger groups. Think GNR, Kiss from the 70s into the 80s. Oh, and a lot of Blink-182 and Green Day. I was right! I was right on Green Day. Let's go! But Green Day is not 80s. That's probably why your Spotify age was cranked up a little bit. So, real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our stats here real quick. And so our updates here. So in the face-off circle, we already covered shots on goal. Let's see. And who's saying game over with low pointless now? Yeah, this is, I mean, the Rangers can still get it together. We do still have a full period of play. You guys hear saying, imagine how this end 3-2 Rangers. I could still see the Rangers coming back. Don't get me wrong. I could still see them going. Here you go, man. Saying good evening, peeps. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. The most listened song is Wasted by Juice. Oh, boy. 1,200 hours. Ay, caramba. That's crazy. I only had, like, 37,000 minutes listened to this year, equivalent of 25 days. So, I didn't listen to as much music this year as I did last year. But yeah, our shots on goal, as stated before, 18-17 favoring the Blackhawks. Face-off percentages, 64.5% favoring the Rangers at 20 of 31. Blackhawks have 11 of 31. Let's see. Take it from a fan since 1974. They're not coming back tonight. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying it's within the realm of possibility. But it's not likely, most certainly. Oh, man. But both teams have served a penalty. Neither team able to convert. Well, actually, correction. The Blackhawks were able to convert off of their own penalty they took, getting a shorthanded goal. But our hits, 24 for the Rangers, 6 for the Blackhawks. Block shots about even at 9-8, favoring New York. And 7 giveaways to 5 for the Blackhawks. Also, Chicago generating 4 takeaways. And that is where the game is being won right there. 4 takeaways for Chicago, none for the Rangers. That is where your game is being lost. New York not taking the puck away. They're giving it away at about the same rate as Chicago, but they're not taking it back. And this is the first of 2 games that they'll play this year. They'll play their next game in Madison Square Garden on March 27th. Going through our little update here. Our scoring updates here. We got Louis Crevier with a shorthanded goal at 7:08 into the period on a backhand shot, assisted by Grzelcyk and Dickinson. Let's see, you guys hear anything? It'll be a comeback. Take it from me, a modern NHL fan. Oh, little shot there taken. Little shot taken there. Go ahead and pop myself a Halls real quick. These things keep me going. These things, if it weren't for Halls, yeah, I would not be able to stream. I hammer my voice by doing this. But I love it. I do it to, chat, hang out with you guys, and have a good time talking sports. But the other goal, the second goal of the game, was Connor Bedard, assisted by Burakovsky. That was Bedard's 19th of the season. Burakovsky's 12th assist. That put the score at 2-0 Chicago at 14:27 with a snap shot. All right. Looking at the penalties taken in this game thus far, none taken in the first period. In the second period, at 2:31 into the period, Matthew Robertson took 2 minutes for holding. And at 5:25 into the period, Wyatt Kaiser took 2 minutes for slashing. Those were the Rangers and Blackhawks penalties in that order. Let's go ahead and pull up our shots on goal for those who might have had some sports betting opportunities that might be considered. So people might have shots on goal, so we'll go through those. Looking at the Rangers, their 17 shots on goal breakdown as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 10, Artemi Panarin. 1 shot on goal for number 13, Alexis Lafreniere. 1 shot on goal for number 16, Vincent Trocheck. 3 shots on goal for number 43, Connor Sheary. 3 shots on goal for number 93, Mika Zibanejad. 1 shot on goal for number 4, Braden Schneider. 2 shots on goal for number 17, Will Borgen. 1 shot on goal for number 24, Carson Soucy. 2 shots on goal for number 44, Vladislav Gavrikov. And 1 shot on goal by number 60, Scott Morrow. Looking at the Blackhawks shots on goal, their 18 break down as follows. 2 shots on goal for number 8, Ryan Donato. 2 shots on goal for number 20, Ryan Green. 1 shot on goal for number 28, Andre Burakovsky. 1 shot on goal for number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi. 3 shots on goal for number 91, Frank Nazar. 2 shots on goal for number 95, Ilya Mikheyev. 3 shots on goal for number 98, Connor Bedard. 1 shot on goal for number 5, Connor Murphy. 1 shot on goal for number 44, Wyatt Kaiser. And 2 shots on goal for number 46, Louis Crevier. That is how the 18 shots on goal for the Chicago Blackhawks have been distributed. Taking a look at the 2 goalies, Knight is 17 for 17 on saves. And you got Shesterkin, who is 16 for 18 on saves tonight on his shots faced. As we are here at the second intermission. Now, for those who might be so inclined to care about the NBA, a quick little score update there. The Oklahoma City Thunder are leading the Phoenix Suns by a score 95-60 with 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Taking a look at our other games around the league, the Detroit Red Wings are leading the Calgary Flames 2-0 with 3:04 to go in the first period, with 7 shots on goal for the Red Wings, 5 for the Flames. And the Mammoth have the first power play of the evening against the Panthers. Still nothing there, with 13:50 to go in the first period, 1 shot on goal apiece. Taking a look as well, we also will be having coverage of the game at 10 p.m. tonight. 10 p.m. special between the Los Angeles Kings and the Seattle Kraken. All right. Also, real quick, for those who might have fantasy implications as well, let's go through the plus minus for each player. So, plus minus of number 8 for the Rangers, JT Miller, -1. Artemi Panarin, unfortunately on the ice for both goals, -2. You have Alexis Lafreniere, -1. Vincent Trocheck, -2. Will Cooley, -1. Mika Zibanejad, -1. Braden Schneider, -1. And Vladislav Gavrikov, -1. Looking at your Blackhawks, plus minus on the game. You got number 16, Jason Dixon, +1. Ryan Green, +1. Andrei Burakovsky, +1. Ilya Mikheyev, +1. Connor Bedard, +1. Louis Crevier, +1. Matt Grzelcyk, +2. And Artyom Levshunov, +1. So those are your plus and minus as well at the end of 2 periods. We still have about 7 minutes to go here in the intermission, and I'm going to use this time real quick. I will be right back. I got to use the bathroom, so I'll be about 2 seconds. Quick as I can. All right, I am back, boys and girls. How we doing? Let's go saying go Kings. Well, hey, we will see. Grab something. Where is that? There it is. So real quick, let's actually take a look at our goalie matchup for that Kings game we'll be covering later on tonight. We still don't have any confirmed goalies for that game. It is likely going to be Anton Forsberg for the Kings, but Joey Dackert is the estimated goalie, but there is no confirmation or even likely lean on it. Lindsey Larkin, Huberdeau, Sharangovich, Lafreniere, Bertuzzi, Verhaeghe, Jones, and Sergachev. Why did I pick up so many players with long names? Jones is not a long name. If you're lumping Jones in with all those long names, you're crazy, man. Oh man. Wait a minute. Woo, the NFL. News from there. Man. NFL Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Troy Vincent, informed teams today that the CBA between the NFL and the NFL referees ends in May, making this the final season of the agreement. The league now views this as an opportunity to take significant steps to improve officiating, pending union agreement. We will see. Which is my guys playing tonight? Huh. Man. So, did y'all hear the news? Did y'all hear the news coming out of Michigan today? Man. Wait a minute. Whoa! Even more news out of Michigan. Hello! I heard of the firing, but according to Yahoo Sports, just breaking an hour ago, former Michigan head coach Sharon Moore was detained by Saline, Michigan police on Wednesday and turned over to Pittsfield Township Police for potential charges per Dan Wetzel and Pete Thamel. Moore was fired by Michigan earlier today after credible evidence was found that he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Yowzas! Yowzas! Man! What in the world did this man do? What in the world did he do? Yeah, police did not go. This guy puts it right. Dan Dog at Dan Dog AZ on X says, definitely interesting now. PD does not get involved for simply having an affair with a 30-year-old staffer. Whoa. Whoa. What in the hell did he do? I'm reposting this on X. Wow. Wow. Let me go ahead here. Wow. I can't believe that, man. Police getting involved. This goes beyond a simple affair. So what, apparently, the average length of names on fantasy team? I don't know, John. What is it? I'm curious. If I had to guess, maybe 8? 8 to 10? So here's something else that came out of this whole situation. Michigan head coach Sharon Moore was fired because he had an extramarital affair with a staff member. Michigan sources believe the affair resulted in a pregnancy, which was ultimately terminated through an abortion procedure paid for by Moore. The staffer held the title executive assistant to the head coach. Wow. This goes beyond a simple affair at this point. Wow. Wow. I just can't believe it. I'm at a loss for words on that. I mean, what in the world did this guy do? Like, brother. But we will see. We're getting ready here for the third period of play here in this Blackhawks game. No other score updates to provide around the NHL. The Red Wings and Flames still 2-0 at the first intermission. And the Panthers and Mammoths still 0-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first period over there. And again, we still don't have any confirmed goalies for the game starting in about 30 minutes to an hour in Seattle. So I am going to just write down these goalies as I have them on my call sheet. Because, yeah. we don't have anything to go off of. It's literally just what we got. They're showing it might be Joey Dackert. So let me go ahead and write that down real quick on my whiteboard for tonight. Number 35. Joey Dackert. And backing up, we number 31, Philip Grubauer. Okay. There we go. We have that sitting up for the game we'll be covering after this one. We're at 7 subs right now. I'm so grateful. Oh, man. Nice job, Petsko. Nice job, man. We go ahead and update this to P3 because we are back here ready to go. 10 by the end of the year. Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see if you do. Okay. We are back here and ready to go. But if you guys are enjoying the stream or enjoying coverage or just enjoying hanging around talking, you know, dropping a like and subscribing, greatly appreciated. We are trying to see if maybe, just maybe, we can hit that 450 subscriber goal by the end of the night. That'd be pretty wicked if we could do that. But here we go. We are back here in Chicago. Ready for this third period of play. So here we go. Looking at Bedard and his stats. He's going to be taking the opening faceoff here of the third period. And here we go. Oh, we got a false. Got a false. Then we go up against JT Miller. Faceoff won by the Blackhawks. Taking it into the offensive end they go. Dumping it behind the net. Schneider working over into the corner to the far side. Going to be still maintained by the Rangers. Going to clear the zone. And got an offside. 13 seconds into the period, we got an offside. Okay. So there we go. A short ticker tonight. We got a very short ticker tonight. You only have like a combined, like, I think 6 games. Face off in the defensive end was actually icing. Going to be won by the Rangers. Going to dump it out into the offensive end. And here comes a race for that puck. Going to be taken by the Blackhawks. And another icing. Man. So another face off back in the Rangers defensive end. Chicago needing some, or New York needing some sort of momentum swing to go their way. So they're hoping they can make something out of this. Okay. Go ahead and get a little reload here. Looking at JT Miller. 4 points in his last 3 games. All being assists. So we'll see if he can get on the goal column tonight. But here we go. Miller in the circle. In the defensive end for the Rangers. Face off. Coming our way here. And let's see here. Face off. Going to be eventually. Oh my gosh. What is going on? They're just literally... Okay, so there we go. Finally, the face-off going to be taken and won by the Rangers, who are 2-8-2 when trailing after the second period this season. And another stoppage. Ay, caramba, if this is going to be the case of the third period, we're going to be here for another 2 hours. So far, we haven't even bled 30 seconds off the clock here in the third period. We're at 28 seconds off the clock. Here we go. Neutral zone draw going to be won by the Blackhawks over the near side. Trying to find somewhere to go. Setting it up along the boards. And a tie up along the board taken by the Rangers by Susie. Over on the far side. Sends it up along the boards. Intercepted. And going to be sent into the offensive end. No penalty on the play there. The Rangers over to the near side. Going to try and clear it out of the zone. They will, but the Blackhawks take it right back, and now we got a stoppage. And pass. We still haven't even bled a minute off in the period. Bro, what are we doing? Face off here, going to be won by the Rangers. And going to go back into the defensive end for Susie over to the far side along the boards. Into the offensive end. A chase down to the near side. Puck goes up in the air. Down by the Rangers. Panarin. Going to be taken ultimately, though, by Teravainen. And going to pass it wing to wing. Dumping it into the offensive end they go. Over to the near side. Back in behind Shesterkin. Sends it out the far side. Going to get cleared out of the zone. The Rangers have to, the Blackhawks, sorry, have to regroup. Back over to the near side. With that puck, it's going to be Borgen in the defensive end. Finds number 42. That's going to be Lava. And it's going to go into the offensive end. They go into the near corner for Kaiser. A bit of a tie-up taken by the Rangers. That's going to be Morrow. Sends it into the offensive end. They go for the Blackhawks to take it away. Off the stick of Kaiser. Goes around the far side, over to the near. Passes along the near side board, sending it out off the stick of Moore. Intercepted, taken away. 3-on-3 into the zone. Here comes a chance for the Rangers if they can get control, but Lava now going to be in the corner, working around the net over to the far side. Passing going to get deflected over to the near corner. That's, I believe, Morrow. Up to the top of the zone. No, that's Morrow. Over to the far side, wing to wing to the offensive, or to the net, and going to go to the near side. Puck gets cleared out into the corner and sent out by the Blackhawks on a high flip. Morrow on that puck in the defensive end. And here we go. Moving it up in through the neutral zone to the near side. Going to go into the offensive end off the stick of Sam Carrick. We haven't called his name much tonight. Over to the near corner. Tie up for the puck, Carrick. Trying to send it around the corner again. And I believe that's Susie battling for that puck over there with Carrick and a couple of Blackhawks involved in there. In there for the Blackhawks is Colton Dock alongside number 72, Alex Vlasic. Finally comes through to the near side, and the Blackhawks trying to take it out. They do have it on the stick of Moore. Going to pass it back and set it up into the offensive end. They go. Moore going to dump it into the corner, going around the corner. And over to the near side behind the net. And going to be taken by Oliver Schott. Not going to go over to the near side. The Rangers with possession. Trying to take it out of the defensive end. They will. Going to give it right back over, though, to Matt Grzelcyk. And going to be taken in by the Blackhawks into the corner. Green battling for it. Going to be taken, though, ultimately by Sam Carrick. In the near corner. Trying to find somewhere they can go with it. Trying a bit of a tie up there along the corner. Maintained by the Blackhawks. Grzelcyk with the puck over here to the near side of Bedard. Bedard sends it toward the net. Not going to go over to the far side corner. Grzelcyk getting involved. Actually, it's not Grzelcyk. My bad. That is Burakovsky. And over to the far side corner they go from Green to the Bedard. Bedard sending it in, goes back in behind the net and going to be taken away by the Rangers. And they're going to clear the zone, dropping back towards Bedard. Going into the offensive end now. Here comes your chance for the Blackhawks, passing back. And a chance for Green if he can get possession. A loose puck in front of the net. He shoots, he scores! Tyler Bertuzzi puts the Blackhawks ahead 3-0 over the Rangers. You gotta wonder, are they gonna pull Shesterkin at some point, or are they gonna ride him out the rest of the way? This is your decision time. If you don't pull Shesterkin now, you don't pull him at all. If you don't pull him now, you let him go at that point. Bertuzzi on the goal. I believe Bedard's gonna be on an assist. Let's see. There's Bedard. Passed it up over to 20. That's Green. Yeah, so Green and Bedard are going to be on your assist. That was an incredible effort by Bertuzzi. There was nowhere down low. He's right up on the pad of Shesterkin. He was able to flip it up over the pad into the corner. Another Scotch. Ay, caramba. Well, hopefully the Rangers get something on the board for you here to give you some hope. Back in behind the net over to the far side. Rangers going to take it in the defensive end over to JT Miller. Losing possession briefly, gets it back. Wing-to-wing pass, nobody home. Taken by Bertuzzi, sending it into the offensive end, taken away by the Rangers. Now the Rangers trying to rush into the zone. Over the area, behind the net to the near side, working with it for the Blackhawks is going to be Murphy. Loose puck along the corner. Battling for it in a bit of a tie-up. We got Roblox. How's it going, man? How you doing? Wing-to-wing pass to Bertuzzi for the Blackhawks. Into the offensive end they go. And a chance here for the Blackhawks. Passing, shoot! Not able to go. Delayed penalty on the Rangers, though. And here we go. I believe it's going to be a penalty on the Rangers. Two minutes hooking, number 43. That is going to be Connor Sheary getting 2 for hooking. And the Blackhawks are going to be going on to the power play, which, remember, that is their strength over the Rangers, is on the power play and on special teams in general. They have a top 10 ranked power play unit and special teams entering tonight in the NHL. 6th best penalty kill, and I believe it's the 9th best power play unit. They didn't convert earlier, but we'll see if they can convert here. They did convert shorthanded, but here we go. Faceoff going to be won by the Rangers. Going to clear that zone successfully. And let's see, can the Blackhawks make this power play any better than the last one they had? The last time they could not get much going on the power play because they couldn't establish an offensive bubble. You got to get an offensive bubble if you want to have an opportunity, and bodies collide and go down, and the Rangers are going to successfully burn some more time off of that. 90 seconds remain on the power play. Here comes your chance, Bedard. Looking for somewhere to go. Flips it back, and the Rangers racing for it. Here comes a breakaway. Mika Zibanejad shot goes high and into the netting. An amazing opportunity there by Mika Zibanejad, just unable to convert. Had that direction finder tuned a little too high on that one. But the Rangers getting away with a tripping there. That should have been a tripping on Will Cooley. Got his stick right in the skates of Bedard. Wow. Go to the Rangers. Sorry if you don't like that team. Whoever the team you like, I will go for. Hey, I'm good. It's all good, man. Go Blackhawks because I have money on them. Plus 118. Wow. Well, this is over. Great show, bud. Appreciate it. Well, hey, no problem. No problem, Frank. I try to do as much as I can. I cover football, hockey, you name it. I'll try to cover it. So here we go. Back in the area behind the net. The Blackhawks operating with Grzelcyk. Gonna leave it back. Here comes a chance. 117 on the power play here. Over to the offensive zone they go. Over to the near side. Trying to find somewhere they can go back in behind the net to the far side boards. Over to Grzelcyk. Sends it over to the near side. Here comes your chance. Passing shot. Not going to go off the stick of Teravainen. And there is Borgen on the nice deflection there. A tie up for the puck as we cross under a minute on the power play. Over to the near side. Taken out by the Rangers. And here comes your opportunity for New York. Going to pass it in from Laba over to Carrick. And the Rangers going to cough it up in the zone. Taken by the Blackhawks. 45 seconds left on the power play. Again, they can't generate an offensive bubble. The Blackhawks just are not able to generate a sustained offensive attack, and deflected out off of the stick of number 16, Trocheck. And here comes a 2-on-1 in the offensive end for the Rangers. Can't control it, though, and taken back the other way. Here comes off of the stick of Donato, and a chance now to the near side. Looking for some help. Passing shot from the corner, not going to go. Over to the far side, top of the zone. Working with that puck, dumps it into the near side. 15 seconds and rolling remain on the power play. Bertuzzi to the top of the zone, working off the stick of Doc. Sends it down low. Behind the net, over to the far side they go. Working with an area to go to the top of the zone. Bertuzzi again. Trying to send it around. Power play expires. And then we're back to full strength. The chance in front of the net, though. And a nice job by Shesterkin to stop play right there. Oh, man. Thunder go 24-1. 16-game winning streak. Ay, caramba. Man, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor. Let me know by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, man. We are only 5 subs away from 450. Can we do it tonight? We got coverage of the rest of this game, and then we got the Kraken taking on the Kings. So we got a stream and a period to do that. Can we hit it tonight? That would be insane. I thought 425 was a push for the end of the year. We're honing it on 450. Huge shout out again to all yins who have been dropping by, subscribing to the channel. Really appreciated, man. Always appreciated. Okay. So, taking a look. Let's go ahead real quick and brush up on our stats so far in this one. So, no, we do have a score update, though, real quick. Dylan Gunther, assisted by Marino for the Mammoth, go up 1-0 on the Panthers, with 3.5 to go in the first period as the Red Wings and Flames are getting ready to come out of that first intermission. Taking a look at our stats here. 4 shots on goal for the Blackhawks this period. None for the Rangers. So it's 22-17. We are at a 67% in the face-off circle for the Rangers at 26 of 39. The Rangers have been laying down and taking a spanking tonight. Absolutely. It has been total BTA tonight by the Blackhawks on the Rangers. I mean, I kind of like it because, you know, Pens fan. But again, I would not mind a Rangers victory because the Pens do need to play better. And I know it. The only thing that the Rangers are not getting owned on is the physicality. 30-6 in favor of hits for the Rangers. No, it's not as good as are not as good as God. If you, oh my gosh. Yeah, they are not as good as God. God would be best. God's the GOAT, man. Man, Rangers are they're looking a bit washed tonight. They are a bit washed. But yeah, man, amen. Amen, ban me. But man, nice opportunities during that power play, just could not convert. So here we go. Face off here in the Rangers defensive end. Going to be won by the Blackhawks. A chance by Vlasic. Not going to go. Over to the far side. That puck going to be taken by the Rangers. Wing-to-wing pass to Zibanejad. Going to be deflected easily there by, I believe it was number 86, Teravainen, and into the offensive end. Behind Shesterkin, the puck goes. Over to the near side, Zibanejad now. Working into the offensive end, passing. Here's a breakaway shot. Not going to go, but we got a penalty. A tripping call on the Blackhawks. Oh, man, as Alexis Lafreniere taking a big old nasty trip on that breakaway chance. Wow. For the Rangers, it seems like penalties are coming in twos tonight. 2 penalties for the 1 penalty for the Blackhawks, 1 penalty for the Rangers. 1 penalty for the Blackhawks, 1 penalty for the Rangers. Man, a nice job there. And honestly, that might have been a good take by Crevier. Who knows what would have happened if he wasn't tripped. So here we go. The Rangers in the offensive end with a chance. Trying to take it to the near side. Top of the zone. Cleared out by the Blackhawks. Bedard giving chase, but ultimately it's going to be Scott Morrow with the puck. And here we go. The power play is not exciting without Adam Fox. Yeah, I would say it's not really, but let's see if they can get anything going here on the offensive attack. Moving into the offensive end, Trocheck takes a hit by Murphy, but maintained at the top of the zone. Sends into the far side boards, going deep to Zibanejad. Looking for some help. Trying to find where he's going to go. The far side. Moving around, moving down low to the top of the zone now to Morrow. Morrow to Artemi Panarin. Panarin sends it out towards the net. Going to be deflected by the Blackhawks and cleared out of the zone. 75 seconds remain on the power play here for the Rangers. And taking that puck is going to be Scott Morrow through the defensive end. Through the neutral zone they go. Into the offensive end. Here comes a chance. Passing over to Trocheck. And going to go into the near corner. Maintained. Never mind. Taken away by the Blackhawks. And going to get cleared out. Shesterkin going to send it up ice for his teammate. Going to get sent into the offensive end. But the Blackhawks have possession. Sending it now. Going to clear it out to the near side. And dumping it behind the goalie. Behind Shesterkin. Moving up now through center ice for the Rangers. I believe it's number 14. Or no, it's not Radish. It's not 14. Over to the near side of the offensive end. How's it going, Jonah? How you doing, man? 30 seconds remain on the power play. Battling for it up at the top of the zone. Gonna be kept in for the Rangers. JT Miller in the corner working with that puck if he can. Loses it to the Blackhawks. And Chicago's gonna clear the zone successfully. Shesterkin gonna send it out the near side. 15 seconds remain on the power play. Working with that puck now is gonna be Brodzinski. Into the offensive end if they can find some help. 6 seconds remain on the power play here for the Rangers. And that puck's going to go skittering away, and that is how the power play is going to end with a chance for the Blackhawks. 2-on-2. Pass it deflected. That pass to Crevier. Nice deflection there by the defense of the Rangers. And now here comes New York. Let's see. Miller has a record bad season. Or is that a record bad season? I'm not really seeing too much out of him tonight, if I'm being completely honest. But here we go. With the puck now is going to be Lafreniere. Going over to the far side, working back around to Borgen to the far side, getting ready for a couple finals exams tomorrow. I remember finals. I don't miss them. Hopefully you do well, man. Absolutely. Over to the near side board to the top of the zone. Maintained by the Rangers. Sending it towards the net. If they can get a shot off from the top of the zone to the near side to Borgen. Borgen passing over. Going to lose control. A shot in front of the net. Loose puck. And the Blackhawks are going to successfully clear that out of the zone. The Rangers have to regroup. What an opportunity as we cross the halfway mark in the third period. The Blackhawks trying to race that puck in the corner on the far side, working to the near. Gonna be loose puck taken away by the Rangers. Trocheck goes to the top of the zone to Borgman. Borgen. Gonna shoot in. Gonna be deflected. That shot there by Berard. Over to the near side. Looking for some help. Gonna dump it back in. That was going to be now over to the near side. For some help, JT Miller. Trying to find some help at the top of the zone. Finds Susie to the far side. Puck goes loose. And the Blackhawks clear the zone. 9.5 to go. Susie with the puck to the near side. 20 shots on goal for the Rangers. 22 for the Blackhawks. Puck gets sent to the offensive end. Zabinajad getting tied up along the board. Same with Trocheck. Puck goes to the far side. Back to the near to Trocheck to the top of the zone. Keeping it in is Schneider. Over to the far side. And going to be to the top of the zone again. Maintained in by the Rangers. But taken right back by the Blackhawks and cleared out of the zone. Oh, man. Like and subscribe. Homie is doing Lord's work. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And here we go into the offensive end and over to the near side. Puck goes for the Blackhawks. And Vlasic looking for some help into the offensive end, but he can't. Take it away. Panarin, wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end with some speed. Trying to work around. Shot! What a chance and no goal! Out of play. What a shot there. What a chance by Lafreniere. Oh my gosh. I thought for sure that was a goal. As soon as Lafreniere moves the puck through the Blackhawks defenders, I thought he had a breakaway goal right there. Man. Panarin on the pass to Lafreniere. Completely works the puck around Crevier to get a beautiful chance, just could not convert. Wow. Don't have to go to school till next Thursday for like an hour and after this Friday, so that's nice. That's cool. That's really good, man. I kind of miss the finals week schedule, though. You only have exams. Once you're done with exams, you're done for like a month. I do kind of miss that schedule, but like, I don't miss the finals themselves, man. Finals were always brutal, especially with some of our professors. Like, mad respect to our professors. They always made sure that we were learning, and they made sure that we were learning well. They would test us at high levels, but like, because they would test us at high levels, our brains would be fried by the end of the semester. Oh, man. Taking a look real quick around the rest of the NHL while we have time. Not a month yet because it's high school. Oh, still high school. Okay. But even still, not having to worry about it for like 2 weeks. Once you're done with your last stuff. Damn. But finals? Finals in high school? We never had that. Man, I don't think we ever had finals in high school. Maybe I had like one class do it, but I never really actually had finals until college. But taking a look here, the Panthers tying up the game against the Mammoth on a Carter Verhaeghe goal. Assisted by Aaron Ekblad. And I believe that's Sam Bennett. Bennett. Where are you, buddy? Sam Bennett. Yep, on the assist. EDC finals. We never really had like an end of semester exam, though, in high school. I never really had that until college. That was always the thing. We never really actually had that. So here we go. The Rangers win the draw, taken by the Blackhawks. Up through center ice they go to the offensive end. Here comes a chance for Mikheyev. Over to the far side. Now working with the puck. Taken away, but taken right back by the Rangers. Schneider sending it into the offensive end. Going to be taken right back by Crevier to the near side. Working with that puck along the boards. The Blackhawks going to try and take it out off of Vlasic's stick. Passing over to the far side. Cleared out by Dickinson. Battling for that puck is Zabinajad. The near side for the Rangers. In the defensive end they go. Moving up into the neutral zone. Loose puck. And a penalty on the play there. Probably 2 minutes for interference, I believe, on Dickinson. Let's see if I know my NHL penalties, because this is my first full year getting into hockey. Let's see. Definitely 2 minutes. I think it's number 16. Interference? Yes, sir. Jason Dickinson, 2 minutes for interference. So I do know my NHL penalties to a degree. So the Rangers going back on the power play for another chance. This is a must-convert situation. If you don't convert here, this is a huge, huge loss. Here we go. Huge shout out to audience real quick before we get into this power play. We are only 2 subs away from 450. Let's see if we can do it tonight, man. Huge shout out. Morrow sends it towards the net. Not going to go. Puck gets cleared all the way out. The Rangers haven't even gotten a single shot on the power play tonight. Man. But yeah, huge shout out to Allians, man. I greatly appreciate it. I feel blessed to have Allians here, man. Now back in behind the net. And the Rangers are going to go for a bit of a line change here. Murphy clears out the puck. Goes back in behind Morrow. Behind his own net. 90 seconds left on the power play. And here we go into the offensive end. And going to be taken away. A breakaway chance for the Blackhawks. Going to look for someone to pass it. They're just trying to kill off this power play. Over to the near side. They're killing it off in the offensive end. Wow. Beautiful opportunity there. Frank Nazar able to take that puck away and burn an extra 20 seconds. 1:10 to go here in the power play. Pass from Morrow over to the far side. Rangers in the offensive zone they go. Over to the near side. Going to be sent out for the moment, maybe, but going to be maintained by the Rangers. By Miller. Centers that shot. What a save by Spencer Knight. Over to the far side. That puck is going to get cleared. And a beautiful kick save. Going back in behind the net now. Miller going to take that puck. From the defensive end through the neutral zone he goes. Passing over to the outside of the offensive end. Ready for Philip Rivers? Yes, I am, Jonah. Over to the near side along the boards. Back in behind the net. Going to the far side is Wyatt Kaiser. Working that puck up and going to try and clear the zone. He does. And the Rangers are going to take it back with Panarin at center ice. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Passing back over to the near side. Miller trying to get it into the zone. Trying to find a point of attack. And he does. But it's immediately cleared out of the zone with 15 seconds to go in the power play. Over to the near side. Working behind the net is going to be number 44, Gavrikov, with 9 seconds to go on this penalty for the Rangers. Moving into the offensive end with a chance. If they can pass and shoot, they can't. The pass there from Brodzinski to the top of the zone. Back to full strength, both teams are. And here we go over to the near side. Maintaining possession, going to try and drag it around is going to be number 50, Cooley. Going back in behind the net, Cooley now to the near side. Puck gets into the top of the zone, maintained by the Rangers. And taken right back by the Blackhawks with under 6 minutes to play here in regulation. Down by 3, the Rangers got to start thinking about pulling that goalie here in the next 2 minutes if you're going to have a chance at winning this one. Moving up now through the near side over to Laba. Going to send it into the offensive end, and ready for it is number 55, Levshunov. And trying to take it away. Taken away by the Rangers. If they can do anything with it, I don't know if they can, as Bertuzzi is able to clear the zone. And here comes a race for that puck. No icing, waved off. Over to the far side, Bertuzzi racing for it. And going to be maintained in temporarily by the Blackhawks, but the Rangers able to clear the zone. Over to the near side, into the offensive end. Waiting for it is Knight. Leaves it for Bertuzzi. Now going to pass wing to wing to the near side. Taken away by the Rangers. Panarin looking for some help. Going to shoot it. Not going to go. Over to the far side. The puck goes. And trying to battle for it now. The Blackhawks. I almost said Lightning. Oh my gosh. The Blackhawks moving it in. And going to just pass it around a little bit. Burn a little bit of time over to Kaiser. Kaiser passing it up. Goes off the body of a Ranger. Off the body of, I believe, Lafreniere. But the Blackhawks in the offensive end. A shot. Not really trying to just score on that. Just trying to burn off some time, it looks like. And here we go into the neutral zone to the offensive end. A chance for the Rangers. If they can get an opportunity, if they can make a shot on this, they can't. Taken by the Blackhawks, and they're going to take it back the other way. Off the stick of Donato. Into the offensive end they go. Racing for it behind the net. Nazar going to lose the foot race there against Robertson. Over to the far side. A tie up for that puck. Taken by Teravainen. Maintained by the Blackhawks towards the net. Not going to go. Behind the net to the far side. And there goes going to be sent up from Nazar. Back over to Nazar. Back to the near side to Vlasic. Looking for somewhere to go with that puck. Back in behind the net they go. Looking over to the outside. And going to be kept in by the Blackhawks. 3:45 to go and rolling. To the near side is Mikheyev. Trying to work for somewhere to go. Shot from the corner from Vlasic. Goes wide out to the far side. Working with it now is going to be, I believe, Dickinson. And going to be kept out by the Ravens. Wing-to-wing pass over to the near side. A race for it's going to ensue. And it looks like a bit of a tie-up is ensuing again. Taken by the Blackhawks. Behind the net they go. Sends it up to the top of the zone. Maintained in by Murphy. Passing over to the far side. Back in behind the net they go. Over behind the net to the far side. And to the top of the zone. Going to be maintained in by Kaiser. 3 minutes to go. You can't pull your goalie if it's in the offensive end like this. The Rangers got to do their part as skaters and get that puck out of there. They do. So let's see. Rangers able to go for a line change here. Going to be taken in by the Blackhawks. Along the far side boards to the offensive end. Going to go back in behind the net. Morrow going to send it out along the boards. Got to get a bit of a sustained push here offensively. And here comes your chance if you want to pull that goalie. Are they going to pull him? And they did not be out the icing. Never mind. Not going to pull that goalie. Let's see. Oh, man. The Steelers have Monday Night Football versus Dolphins. Yes, sir. We'll be live for that game. Steelers-Dolphins. You better believe it. Terrible towels a-waving. We'll be there ready to cover that one. It'll be a fun one. Oh, man. We go back to 5th of January, so it was like 3 weeks outside of next Thursday for a bit. Wow, nice. Man. You know, Monday Night Football is mostly late games. Last night was all 8 p.m. early starts. Yeah. I don't think any West Coast games. Yeah. I think that's the case, yeah. So here we go. Faceoff going to be won. The Rangers going to clear that zone. Waved off the icing. Back over behind Knight. And going to battle for that puck along the far side boards. My code just decided to break. Try again. Try again. Cancel installation, I guess. We might have this whole thing broken now. I don't know. Battling behind the net. Over to the far side. Carrier going to send it over to the far side. And battling for that puck. Let me see here. Number 39. Okay, over to the near side. A bit of tie up here for that puck. We're going to blow it down with 2:05 to go. Let me see. Why did it break? It didn't break. It's just being dumb. All right, we got 42 votes in the poll over in the chat. Huge shout out to audience again. Thank you guys so much for the engagement on this stream. It makes the stream so much better, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. You need a toy for a toy drive. Huh. Well, hey, charity work is always great, man. Charity work is always incredible. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, I do gotta ask this. We are only 2 subscribers. It's free. Let's see if we can hit that 450 milestone tonight. That would be pretty amazing. And pretty cash money of you if we get that. Oh, man. And remember, after this, stick around on the channel because we have another game that we're going to be covering. We got the LA Kings at the Seattle Kraken. I got my call sheets ready. My voice is warm from doing this game. We'll be covering that game right after this one. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at other games around the NHL. The Red Wings getting a goal to take the lead to 3-0 over the Flames. Alex DeBrincat assisted by Kopp. That going to be, make sure I get the name right there, Andrew Kopp on the assist. Now, I also am curious. Now that we've had this going for a little while, how many of you have come from the Shorts feed? Because we do have access to now show up on the Shorts feed. So I'm kind of curious how many people we've had come from there. Kind of curious. As we are back here taking a look at the national schedule. That game is actually a 10:22 puck drop. So I might have a little bit of time in between. Let me go ahead and reflect that on the stream real quick. Let me change this to a 10:20 start so that I can make sure that we are good. Because I do want to take a little vocal rest if I can. We're going to save that. And here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Rangers. In the offensive end, going to be taken away by the Blackhawks. Up through center ice they go. Then in by Mikheyev. Over to the far side, battling for that puck is going to be Schneider for the Rangers. Over to the near side, under 2 to play here in regulation. And here we go. Over to the far side, battling for that puck. The Blackhawks trying to keep it in the zone. They do. Shot going to go off the body over wide. Bedard, the top of the zone, maintained now by the Rangers. Sorry, Panarin. Passing out over towards the Benajad. Benajad gets spun around and brought down. And going to be taken away by the Blackhawks with 1:30 to go. Into the offensive end. Here comes your chance for Dickinson. Going to go back in behind the net. Take it low with under 90 seconds to play. Man. Let's see here. Santay, I'm here because Sportsnet won't let me watch this game because I live too far away. That is unfortunate. That's the problem with NHL. That's all local networks or national games. And it's odd that you don't get this game because it's a national game unless you don't have TNT, just Sportsnet. Because this game is on TNT. So, over to the near side. Yeah, it's going to be Carrick sending it into the offensive end. Back in behind the net. But either way, we appreciate you coming here and spending time with the stream. Under a minute to play here, and it's going to be iced by the Blackhawks with 52 even to play. All right. Yeah, either way, we still appreciate it. Man, that's the one thing I'm not as big a fan of, though, is that it's all national broadcasts or your own regional team only. Whereas NFL, it's like you always have a football game every night. There's some hockey nights where you won't have a hockey game. So face-off going to be won by the Blackhawks and cleared out of the zone. Working with that puck now is going to be Susie. Over to the near side, setting it up. And there is going to be our opportunity. Tomorrow you'll do the toy drive with your brother. That's pretty cool. Charity work is always good work, man. Time spent doing charity work is time well spent. Into the offensive end, the Blackhawks go, just trying to burn off these last 30 seconds. Sending it around to the near side, going to be taken by Carrick along the boards and going to be sent out into the offensive end for the Blackhawks. The Rangers now taking it. 18 to go, and a bit of a fight breaking out between Bertuzzi and Carrick. We got a stoppage. Donato getting involved. Berard in there. You got Susie in there. Oh my gosh, everybody on the ice in there. Grzelcyk, Levshunov, everybody on the ice is in that little scrum. Bertuzzi, number 17, that's going to be, oh my gosh, Will Borgen. Everybody in a scrum right there along the boards at the blue line. So we'll see. I think Carrick is going to get hit with a penalty here, I would imagine. Carrick takes him down. He takes down number 91, Nazar. Holds him down. Shoves his head down. That's going to be 2 minutes for roughing on easy. 2 minutes for roughing on Carrick. I mean, Nazar did literally nothing. He just got brought down and was pinned down. NFL, you get most NFL games. NHL and MLB, it's mostly only your team. Exactly. Like, I think the NHL should have, like, almost a broadcast schedule, almost like coverage maps like the NFL does, for nights where you don't have hockey in your region. You know what I mean? Like, let's say there's a night where there's no national game and the Penguins don't play. We might get a Flyers game. We might get a Rangers game. A Blue Jackets game. Something like that. But no, instead we get no hockey. NHL could make more money doing that, I would think, but they don't do that. They could even do like an NHL Network type of thing where NHL Network shows different games instead of just on the fly. You only have to show maybe one game. That would increase your ratings, I would think, on other games. But the NHL don't do that. Sometimes NHL Network does have games, but it's a national across the country. So 10 seconds to go. The Blackhawks just going to bleed this out. They're on a power play, but it don't matter. But yeah. Just like that, the Blackhawks are going to win by a final score of 3-0. But yeah, I mean, I just wish that they had, like, you know, for games where there's no national broadcast, they would do a, hey, we're going to give you a relevant game in your area that's playing tonight. But if there's 4 games going on, you'll get the game most relevant to you if there's no other hockey going on. In your, you know, if your team's not playing, you know what I mean? That's the one thing I wish they did. But either way, I'm not in charge of NHL Network. I think that would get more ratings, though, than on the fly, personally. But either way, this game is going to go final with a final score of the Blackhawks 3, the Rangers nothing. 25 shots on goal for Chicago, 21 for the Rangers, and the Blackhawks are going to pick up the 2 points tonight. But I am going to wrap up this stream here just so I can give my voice a little bit of a rest before the next game. We can continue this conversation next stream. Yes, sir, John. That stream will begin at roughly 10:12 to 10:15. We'll begin the countdown somewhere in there. So make sure you guys have liked and subscribed to the channel through this stream. It's greatly appreciated, man. And we'll be live coming up next for some coverage of the Seattle Kraken hosting the Los Angeles Kings. And with that, I will catch you guys. Thank you for the stream. Absolutely, Sin. Absolutely. We cover NFL and NHL at roughly a 50-50 rate. So, but in the spring, it is going to be pure hockey, baby. With occasional basketball when there's no hockey going on. We'll be doing mostly hockey, about 95% to 99%. It's going to be awesome. And with that, I'll catch you guys here in about 20 minutes or so for coverage of Kings Kraken. Peace out.